Welcome to Bollietv.
Get the community in review. Exclusively on Bollietv. A powerful new monthly broadcast delivering a professionally curated 30 to 45-minute news report focused on the stories that matter most.
You're telling the say he waited until you still went ahead and attended a meeting for a fair break.
The Community in Review brings you timely updates on leadership decisions, impactful programs, emerging local businesses, and important community announcements.
So when you say, oh, let me see he goes up there and impersonate,
including memorial notices, with clarity, credibility, and purpose. Driven by Bollie Media's commitment to excellence in journalism and storytelling, this flagship segment is designed to inform, connect, and empower our community through high-quality, engaging media coverage.
According to record that is a public information and it's available to everyone.
Yes.
When you go onto the Arizona Corporation Commission website, you see that the Liberian Association is inactive.
Be informed. Be connected. Be ahead.
All these information are coming to me. It's very, very sad to see how corrupt things are happening.
I want you to make a clarification on the COVID-19 when they say you got $5,000 or $10,000. And then the third thing to conclude on that question, right? Why did you close the LAA bank account?
Only on Bollietv, where the community finds its voice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Bollietv. My name is James Bollie. Today we are on the Community in Review program. As I promise you guys, every month, at the end of every month, we'll let you know and inform you what's going on in this community, the Arizona community here. So, your trusted source of the stories, issues, achievements, and conversation shaping our community today. I do have here the member of the interim body that we elected. I have the co-chair and the secretary general. They are in the hot seat today. So when people just grab your power from here, it's not going to be easy on the podcast here today. So before we can proceed, I will just turn to my guests. They will introduce themselves, ladies first, of course, and tell us a little bit about themselves, and then we'll proceed with the rest of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bollietv. How you guys doing today?
Doing great. Thank you for the invite.
No problem. Welcome to the Community Review. Ma'am, can you introduce yourself to my audience?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Kinky Larsala. I am the secretary for the Interim Body, but I also worked with Steve in his administration. I was his assistant secretary.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Lester Bishop Myers. Currently, I serve as the co-chairman for the IGB, which is the interim governing body. I also serve as the president of the Liberian Association of Arizona between 2019 and 2022.
Thank you. Very glad to have you guys here. I'm glad I have the former Secretary General from Steve Bollie's team here, and then I have the former president for the Liberian Association here.
Assistant secretary.
I apologize. The Assistant Secretary General for the Steve Bollie administration. She here. When we get the leadership, she will have some questions. Then we'll be going directly at her. And when we get the leadership, Mr. Myers too will be having questions. But first, we will start with current events. And before we can proceed, people, I'd like to keep my audience engaged so they can know what we're talking about. Every topic of discussion was forwarded to our guests here, so I will let you know so you can follow as we go along. So the first thing we'll be talking about is accountability to the community. You remember that interim thing here? Therefore, then we'll be talking about the procrastinator to me mandate given by the community. You know that since January we'll put the in power. So they come in here now so they can tell. Then the third thing we'll be talking about transparency and communication. And then the fourth thing will be legitimacy and authority. From there now, we'll come to the third part, leadership. Then last but not least, we can here talk everything we hear from them. We want a roadmap. So the roadmap to the way forward will be the last on our discussion. So after 3 of these discussions, we'll take a commercial break, and then we'll come back, we'll do the last 3. Honor accountability to the community. Since we put you in power, have you guys been updating the community as to what progress you've been making?
So I do feel like we have reached out to the community and let them know. We have done several meetings where we had the right count, basically 10 people coming to the meetings, or we'll do phone. So we have reached out to the community and let them know where we're at as of right now.
Yeah, so when it comes to accountability to the community, that's something that we have always championed. You know, we have a Liberian Association group chat. We put out messages in the group chat, and what we're currently working on is the petition. You know, the community gave us a mandate, but without the participation of the community, the mandate is dead, because we as the leadership, we can't execute everything. We work on behalf of the people, so we need the engagement from the people. We have been having several meetings with other leadership within the community that have to do with elders, as well as the outgoing board of directors. And we also had a meeting scheduled, but it didn't occur, so we're in the process of rescheduling that. And one of the things that we communicate to the community is the petition. In order for us to execute a mandate, we will need a community participation, and that comes through a petition that gathering signatures so that we can have the support, documented support from the community.
So to the both of you, since January, you guys talking about petition now. In January, when we gave you guys the mandate, you guys did not mention anything about petition. You guys just recently, after a couple of months, almost 60 days, then you started mentioning your petition. The interim body was created to unite the community and organize a transition to new leadership. What specific accomplishment can you all point to that justify the amount of time that have passed without election or permanent leadership in place that you're coming now to talk about petition? Can you please tell me what accomplishment? Because for the first 2 months, you don't forget about the petition, because I want to bring it now to our community. So until your brother petition business, I think just last month, if I'm not making a mistake, what particular accomplishment? Some who told you what we wanted. If you want me to remind you what we wanted for you guys, I'll be more than happy to go into it. And to my viewers, everything they say, I have the recording from the day we gave them the mandate. I will fact check everything they say with their own recording and everything they say. We mandated you guys. We said, because we did not trust the board of directors and the past leadership, because that's how y'all came to existence. We wanted y'all to organize so that we can elect a new board that will take us to election. That was our mandate. Nothing else was there. You guys, the meeting was chaired by Mr. Steve Bollie, if I'm not making a mistake. We voted and we nominated you guys. Can you tell me one particular accomplishment? Some will get that 2 things for you to do for us that you did before now you're coming for petition. Then before I start going deeper into this conversation.
Well, particularly, we were able to put a halt on the election process.
You did not put a halt to that election process.
Well, we instituted the process that put a halt on the election process.
You did not institute anything that I know about that put a halt.
May 26th, I think another election was scheduled. And through our active meeting with the community and informing the community that participation in such election is not in the interest of the people. So, Mr. Bollie, the mandate is for us to unite the community.
Correct.
So, in order to unite the community, you need to bring all parties to the table. And this is what we're in the process of doing. The process involved bringing the elders. We're able to schedule meeting. Like I told you, we scheduled meeting with some key stakeholders, some pastors, some county association leaders. We're able to schedule meeting with them and other people that are, part of the community. And the progress that we're making is to bring all parties on the table. And our main goal, we have stated to them clearly, our main goal is to have a general meeting. And during this general meeting, we're going to hear from the outgoing board of directors. So the problem that we're having in the Liberian community is the board of directors, their term have expired. So, I'll give you an analogy. When you register your car with the government, when that registration expired, you go back to the motor vehicle and re-register. Okay, you don't just say because I registered my car with the government, so even if the registration expired, I will continue to drive. So we're in a community organization. The board of directors term have expired. They need to come back to the community and seek the approval of the community before they can continue, and they have refused to do that. And this has stalled a lot of the process that we're undertaking. And one of the reasons that stalled the process too is our elders in the community have taken sides.
We will go to that point.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard So what did you guys accomplish according to you, what you listed? Can you show me one? Can you tell me where? Did you ever put anything in the first month that will mandate you guys to do these two things about the accomplishment in that month? Because the reason why I say you did not, I was the one that actually put stop to that election. Because let me tell you why I say that. I have my evidence.
The first one.
I put stop to the first one and I put stop to the second one. Because the second one, I put stop to it when I did the community review for the month of April. If you go and watch it, where I interview Mr. Tei Joel. In our review, I said the community should not partake in anything. I even named Mr. El Cooper as a Nicodemus pastor that went and did something different and that they will not get anybody. So it was not your, because if you can show me one communication during the editing of this interview, so I can put it there during the course of the time I'm talking about, that you said, your show accomplishment. Because our men, let me tell you why I'm coming to this, okay? We gave you guys a mandate. The first thing we start hearing that you guys are going to meeting with the board, and I will use your own analogy. If I went to a DMV, my lesson expired, and that DMV is compromised, I will not go back and go register my car. The reason we put you in power, the reason we ask you is because the outgoing board were compromised. They started writing fake letters to suspend people. Our mandate was simple. You guys had the first meeting, right over 30 people in that meeting. They didn't mention anything about petition. The only thing we started hearing, you started having meeting with people. They didn't tell her in that meeting, when you were supposed to go and come back with time frame. I still have it. You were supposed to go and come out with time frame as to when you will do the election for the board. So I know you have, well, you the Secretary General, you are putting those communications out.
Yes.
Now, I'm Secretary General, can you give my audience here a specific time or where did you post it about any accomplishment you did from the day we told you only 1, 2, 3, you put both together so the board can go have election for? Can you tell me where you put a communication about any accomplishment? Because after your communication, the communication I can tell you report, you put what you list the name, the people on the internet team, I got a communication, I downloaded it. Then for your information, you put anything in that group chat, they automatically download my WhatsApp. And then the second thing I start hearing, you're going to go have a meeting with the board. That's not an accomplishment. So until you came up with a petition, because I'm not going to come to what happened. If you're because a petitioner that new thing to all.
So what accomplishment that we have
before the petition to get last month?
I want to be very honest. We have not accomplished a lot. It's really hard to do what we are doing from the background. I know a lot of people, especially Mr. Bollietv, he wants us to go ahead and nominate a board, have a meeting for them.
No, not me.
You and other people, this is what was mandated to us, to go ahead and get a new board. Okay. So from that time until we got the petition, so many things have been happening in that midst. First, we sent one of our teammates to go ahead and have a meeting with the past board. With the past board. So we told them, please go have a meeting representing us. That's
what was the meeting about? What was he saying to go have a meeting about?
So, with your approval, I'm gonna go into it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
The people here, you ain't talking to me.
No, I'm talking to my teammate. I'm not talking to this. Yes.
Because let me tell you, I'm sorry, but the reason why I want you guys to pull us out, because there are misconceptions going around the community. Yes. Don't have nothing here.
Yes.
Yeah. Full disclosure.
Yeah, definitely.
So they can know, because you want people having perception out there about things they don't know about.
Yeah.
Why are you guys sending another person from your team who was nominated, who already told you those people were compromised? We gave you the authority. We are the higher decision making body.
Yes.
Why were you guys sending another team member to go meet with the people who want to deal with?
So our initial step was to get the past board to acknowledge us as the interim body, to turn things over.
To turn what over?
To turn everything over from the last administration to us. That was my goal. That was our goal. That's the goal that I pitched inside our group chat, and we all agreed to it. So when we had advisors, which was Pastor Cooper and Mr. Vakaba. So Pastor Cooper said he knows Eric Tay. He's going to reach out to him. I don't like to bring out names, but he said he's going to reach out to him. So that's what happened.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry. I don't want you to go too far. First of all, you guys are Interim.
Yes.
It is not your duty for the past board to take any documentation. What do you guys? Because let me say one thing. Constitutionally, you're not required for that. You guys not want to get any documentation from the past board. You guys were supposed to, we mandate you to put people in place, which will be a new board to have election. There's nothing in there we say go get documentation. The new leadership that was going to take over, it was their job to reach out to the old leadership. So why are you leaving the men who give for you to go get documentation from people who no one asked you to do that?
Mr. Bollie,
Yeah.
you know, the mandate was to put in a new board of directors, as you said.
Correct.
But in order to do that, we need participation from the community. We
Yes.
have called several meetings, general meeting, in-person meeting, because according to the Liberian Association,
No, but that's
Constitution,
what she was saying, to the point where you're saying one of your members to go do something where we ask you to do.
no, but the fact is,
It's
when
to
you
bring
put a
unity.
leadership in place,
Yes.
we have to have a meeting of our own. So we currently have our chairman, which is Mr. Zialaitulay. I serve as the co-chairman. We have at the time we had a senior advisor, Mr. Ed Cooper, who
The one that already went,
resigned.
he betrayed you.
He resigned, you know, and then we have Mr. Fakaba Sisi. He was the deputy advisor.
Yeah, but what I said, let's listen now. I understand, right? I understand.
So
you guys, from what I'm hearing from you guys now, right? Let's be honest here. You guys will get your mandate. You want to hire your own meeting to do something different for the mandate. Why you letting come back to us and say you're not paying, even though you get the mandate? But these are the steps we're about to want to reach out to the people for documentation. Remember now, we hire you. We are the higher decision-making body. You didn't hire yourself.
Well, the mandate was not only to have a board of directors. The mandate was to unite the community. And in order to do that, we had to reach out to other key stakeholders within the community, and that included the outgoing board of directors, and then as well as the former president, as well as community members and the elders that we consider them pastors. So those are the mandates that we try to bring people together. So
to go ahead and have that election and to go ahead and get a new board in place. So that was the whole goal for us to go ahead and start. That happened around in February. That's what we were trying to do.
And what happened?
Well, now that you know why we reached out to the old people, so Pastor Cooper went there. First, Pastor Cooper reached out to the chairman of the past board, and they said that they would not acknowledge the interim body to even have a communication with us at all. So after that, Pastor Cooper came back to us and let us know, and he also stated he will not have a meeting with the interim body, but he will have a meeting with the elders. And
Pastor Cooper
Cooper told us, the interim body, that he would not have, the chairman would not acknowledge the interim body that has been nominated and in place, and that he will go ahead and meet with the elders only because he has respect for Pastor Cooper and the elders in the community. We thought of, the whole interim body, because, this is where an apology will come to Pastor Cooper. I know not a lot of people will want to hear it, but we thought that it was a good idea that Pastor Cooper will go and represent us, the interim body, when he goes into that meeting. And, many people were there in that meeting. It was my dad, John Larsala, Pastor Cooper, Pastor Twe, a few of Eric Tay's
entourage.
I was going to say bodyguard, but yeah, entourage were there. And it's just, it didn't go out. It didn't happen the way that we planned. Pastor Cooper came back to us with a whole different story.
What story he brought back?
So
Bollietv, I'm not going to skip. What story did Pastor Cooper bring back?
Pastor Cooper came
He's
back.
my nominee.
Yes. I mean, yes, we sent him there to represent us, and in a way to actually put us out there so Eric Day and the rest of the board can go ahead and acknowledge us as the interim body, so that way they can work with us, so that way we can get their replacement. That was the plan, so we can get their replacement, the board, so election can go smoothly, so everything can go smoothly. Pastor Cooper came back and told us, after listening to his side, which is Eric Tay and the board side, he decided that it was good to allow the past board to be in charge until this very moment.
So you telling me that Pastor Eric Cooper that are nominated,
Yeah.
who sat in a meeting for the highest decision body and listened to the community complaints about the ineptitude of the past board.
Yeah.
You're sending there to go see if he can smooth things out.
Yes.
He came back telling you, in knowing the part of the community, that you should listen and work with the ineptitude in the past board.
Yes, that was a communication that, but again, I want to put that apology there for Mr. Cooper, because when he ended up resigning, he said that none of us, the interim body, backed him up. Now,
Backing on what?
Backed him up to say, why did he go there to have a meeting? We, as the interim body, we all agreed that Pastor Cooper should go there as an elder, but also as somebody that's part of the interim body to represent us, to get them to accept us, so that way we can go into election. That was our plan. It did not happen that way. That's where he started getting all the, talks and stuff like that. So I want to say the apology first. Apologize, Pastor Cooper, because I know you're going to see this. We want to apologize to you for sending you out, and for you not getting the backup that you thought that you should have gotten from us. We apologize. But again, we sent you over there to go ahead and smooth things out so the interim body can be represented and accepted by the past board, so we can move over to election. It was not for you to take his side.
I got a question for both of you guys, and I just want a straight answer. Mr. Co-Chair, Madam Secretary, the higher decision making body, which is the community, and the board, which one is the one that you guys respect?
Oh, definitely we respect the body, 100%. That's why we're still in this position.
Which one would you rather get recommendation from, the board or the community? Both for you. This question for you.
Recommendation for what?
Which means recognition. I'm sorry.
Oh, recognition. Okay.
Which one would you rather get recognition from?
I would definitely want to get recognition from the body. Yeah.
Mr. Nestor, which one would you want to get recognition from?
The body, the members of the community.
So then, what was the reason for going to go get recognition from the people that the body that hire you is higher than?
No,
we put them there. No, wait. We put them there. And you see, when you keep talking about the bowl, you make the bowl to look the only everything is the bowl. And wait. Because listen now. Because Pinky said he went to Pastor Cooper just saying Pastor Cooper meet the past bowl. Did he come back and tell you how many members of the past board were in there? Was Pastor Cooper? Did they ask Pastor Cooper, were you not in the meeting when board members came out and said the chairman was unilaterally taking decision for which it caused you to be nominated? Why is he making them?
That's why we're here.
Okay, so that's why I want to understand the point.
As Pinky said,
I apologize to him.
Well, there's no apology needed here.
Exactly. Thank you.
Apologizing to him.
I don't know. From my point of view, when we had a discussion, we're trying to unify the community, as I told you previously, right? So Pastor Cooper said he knows the chairman of the board of directors. The chairman is Mr. Eric T. So he was going to reach out to Mr. Eric T. and the board to see how we can work together to have a transition. But when he went to meet with the chairman and the board, he agreed that they should remain in the position, countering the community mandate. And as a matter of fact, we have to make it clear that, the meeting that we had at the elected interim body was one of the meetings that was well attended with more members.
Exactly.
Okay, so even when we have general meetings, we don't even have that much participation.
That is correct.
So now we have a lot of people within the Liberian community coming and electing this board. So we have to honor the interim body. Correct. So Pastor Cooper agreed that the board should continue in their role. So we reached out to the board, say, if you want to continue in your role, it's best for you to return to the community in the form of a general meeting and let the community decide if you can continue or not. To this day, as we speak, they have never called an in-person general meeting because they are afraid that they're going to be removed. And they went ahead and started scheduling election and other things contrary to what the community wants. So, when it comes to Pastor Cooper, we had a meeting and Pastor Cooper made a report as to what happened when he met with the board, the outgoing board, right? So one of the members, I think in the meeting, so Emmanuel, he said Pastor Cooper went against the mandate and he wasn't serving the mandate well in the community, so he should resign. He didn't represent the community well. So at the time, even myself, I spoke up and said that Pastor Cooper has served this community well, and we shouldn't speak to him in such terms. But that being said, when we had our meeting with the interim body, he came and said he's resigning because nobody stood up for him when somebody made a comment about him that he didn't favor. But that is not a way a leader will not because of one person comment in the community you're going to resign, because as a leader a lot of people are going to say stuff against you,
especially you hear in your church. So if they want a church member can say this is the way you preach, you lead the church. So then there's my thing. Let me ask you one question, because you apologize to Pastor Cooper. You said nobody stood up for him. Pinky, if you send somebody to represent you and the person go there and misrepresent you, would you still stand up for that person? Even though they because based on 2 or now, the camera you have a community listening, you're saying him to go do a particular thing. He went there and misrepresented the interim body. So I'm going to put 2 questions to one so you can answer it. Which will put into procrastinating the money given by the community. He went there, he misrepresented you. Are you guys blaming Pastor Cooper for the procrastination, or who should we blame for this procrastination? Because we're not going to talk about that petition here, but right now.
It's the key point.
Yes. So the question here is that, are you guys blaming Pastor Cooper for that procrastination? He went there and go do it until they could demonstrate. You're intending to do it. You were apologizing to him. Would you stand up for somebody that you sent? Pinky? Because anytime you send somebody with a message, that message is attached to your character. You owe it to the community. So the 2 of you now. Who should the community, someone on the topic now, because putting everything inside, procrastinating to meet the mandate given by the community? Who should we blame for the procrastination? Because you say you're a accomplishment, even though you need, Pinky or honest yesterday, to be honest, we accomplish anything. So you're already for it. So
we're at a standstill. We have done a lot in the back. We have accomplished a lot in the back.
You don't know in the back you have real public. You the subject. So let's come out to the topic now. Yes. Yeah, we understand. Who should we blame for the procrastination? We should blame you guys as a whole, or we should blame Pastor Cooper? Because the community don't want to know.
No.
So yeah, tell me now, who should blame?
So let's go back to the apology. The reason why I'm apologizing to Pastor Cooper is because he said nobody stood up for him.
And I asked you, will you stand up for somebody who said something that you say?
Disrespected. So
how was he disrespected?
I'm standing up and I'm saying I apologize to Pastor Cooper if he felt that way and that we did not stand up for him. I apologize to him because he is a prominent man in this community. So
prominent people do prominent things. You don't
I'm apologizing. I'm the secretary. I'm apologizing. Now let's go back to
the question. Yes. Who should we blame for the procrastination?
Blame us. Don't blame Pastor Cooper. Pastor Cooper, at the end of the day, he did what we wanted him to do, and then he changed it to his own thing. But we're not going to blame him for it, because at the end of the day, we also have to take accountability as a team to move forward. That was a hump. And we got over that hump, and now we're to the next level. I'm glad we passed through that hump, because if we did not pass through that hump, we were not going to know that if the past board was going to acknowledge us, was even going to make it smooth for us. If we did not pass through that hump, we will not even get to that petition, because it's coming down to the petition. The petition is there because if Pastor Cooper did not go meet with the past board, we will not know that the past board is not even willing to acknowledge the interim body. And if we had done election and say, okay, let's go ahead and elect a new board, they will still be in this position that we are at right now.
I want to make a point here, Pinky.
That new board will be in that position that we're at right now.
I want to make a point. If you listen to your co-chair, he said the meeting that we mandated you guys in, basically the message I got from him, a harm mentor. Since that meeting, have you ever even came out to that number again?
Over the phone.
Over the phone, have you guys ever reached that number again?
So we had another phone meeting, and we did come up.
No,
actually, we haven't achieved that.
That phone meeting.
We
had another phone meeting.
The number of people that attended that meeting.
The meeting will give the mandate.
Okay.
And I will tell you why I asked you a question.
Okay.
Because at that time the momentum was in your favor.
Yeah.
But let me add to
I come in. I come to you. Your question coming. The momentum was in your favor, right? Because you keep saying Pastor Cooper said did not stand for him, and the reason why I keep saying they're talking about the momentum, because what he did there killed that momentum. If you don't notice that. If you're a supervisor at a job, Pinky, and you send one of your subordinates to go do certain things, and they went there and they not do exactly what you want to do, would you still stand up for them and apologize because you stand up for them? So, Mr. Nelson, I'll bring it to you. You talk about the momentum. You are right. Because have that meeting, have a meeting recorded. The momentum was high. That's why I ask you. You don't have the community outside. Why do I want to go seek another relevance from somebody, another group of people that will already lay up? Because the reason why I think the relevance is because of the people there. The people are not going to be inept. We didn't have no reason to put me up there. So you tell me now, the same question to her. Who will you blame for the procrastination? Pastor Cooper or the whole thing? And do you think it was because of the procrastination that started diminishing your morale?
Well, I wouldn't blame a single person for, procrastination. Pastor Cooper has been replaced. There are many competent Liberians within the Liberian community.
But you caught damage before you went.
That can replace a person and the work can continue. So, but what I would say is, the procrastination is on the part of the IGB as well as the community. We just called a meeting on May 17th. We put our communication in the group chat, asking people to come. You have minimum participation. And even before you elect a board of directors, you need a quorum. And if we don't meet that quorum, how can we even elect the board of directors? So the community is not really participating. When they gave us that mandate, the phone line was packed with people. Even one of the board members who actually called a meeting and had Mr. Harry Dwyer has the Bollietv. He has been absent since that time. We don't even see his participation in the meeting. So I would say on a larger scale, both the community, because the community has an accountability to be a key player in the process. Because most of the things that we do, we have general meeting, and the members are the ones that make the decision on behalf of the association. So the last time we went to the meeting, people just saying, that's how it is. You don't even have people attending meeting. In order for a new board to be elected, according to the Constitution, the Liberian Association Constitution, we should be at a general meeting. And a general meeting, people will get nominated. So if we can't have people participate in the process, how can we even meet the mandate? So that's the key problem we're having here. Participation from the members of the community.
Yes, madam, before I come in.
I do want to acknowledge that, now that I was thinking about your question.
Which question now? Because
about Pastor Cooper. Yes, when we reported what happened between Pastor Cooper and the past board, it did bring the momentum down from the body. I do agree to that, because a lot of people were not expecting that to happen. And again, we can't blame one person, because we all were in agreement for Pastor Cooper to go there and meet with the past board. But we just did not expect that. But we were very transparent about it. And we told the community, this is what happened. This is the result from it. Give us time again so we can come back with the plan B, because plan A did not work. Plan A was definitely to get the past board to accept us, so that way we now can go ahead and make a smooth transition for election for the new board to go ahead now and take everything back. It's not for us to get the documents for our sake. Our mandate was only to be there for a certain time to do a certain job. It was just for that election to happen, to give all the documents and everything to the next board, and to say, hey, great job, we have done our part, and leave. But since that did not happen, we had to go to plan B. And that's why I say it's not a bad thing that Pastor Cooper did what he did, because it got us to know what we needed to do next.
Okay, so I'm going to lay some key points that can weaken people. I'm a member of the community.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be speaking at Bollietv now. I was anxious to carry that meeting. I was very happy that the community came together in that meeting that you're talking about. You could see the desperation in the people.
Yeah.
Desperation caused people to do a lot. There were a lot of people showed up to that meeting. But when you came by, you told one of your men when they Nicodemus did something, it dropped the momentum a little bit. Then the second thing that dropped the momentum, I'll give you three things that dropped your momentum. The second thing, you went, after you said the man when he didn't tell you what to do, you still went and verify what the man went and did. You took yourself into that meeting again on everything. So it means that you were not listening to the community, or you did not know what the men they were about. After you accuse your man of going there and taking side, the very thing the man told you there, go say in meeting, then I can remember the co-chair in the other meeting was also recorded by me saying, The man said in the meeting, you don't recognize you as a community member there, they're supposed to talk. So basically, that the two things. The third one, I would say, you're all here. You're calling for in-person meeting. The live meeting, I recall it also too. I told people to just do in-person meeting and over the phone. Even when we're having general meeting, I have some videos of general meeting that we hire where people living too so all over the place, Maricopa County, could not attend the general meeting. But we used to have live, remember? Downstairs here. So when you're living in that, you know you come after the time you're calling that meeting. You know how much the gas price was?
I know. I saw your video last
Exactly. Okay.
Talk about gas price.
You also how much the gas price was? So let me tell you something. You're already carrying the momentum because number one, you're seeking relevant you're seeking another relevant, even though you're trying to pull it trying to make peace. No matter our war, we pull them there. If somebody pull you there, Pinky, and you're working at your job, the human resources say we have no more confidence. Even in Liberia, you can see the Liberian Senate can say we have no vote of confidence in the person. There again, the people turn around and start going to the people. No, we already told you, we like your employer. We told you we don't have no vote of confidence in the people. You're saying Pastor Cooper, they different thing for which he came. Because somebody fast checking, then you get very say resign. Imagine if I'm all going to be in that meeting to fast checking. Well, I mean, nominated him. I'm not going to be nice to him. Because my nomination is attached to my future characteristic when I can't nominate another person. So he went and did it. Then I want your in the meeting with the people. So before now we can go to the break. What do you want us to do? We can talk about transparency and the communication.
Let me add one thing before you
before we get to that transparency and communication.
So, when it comes to our mandate, we are the ones you entrusted to come up with solution. That's why you put us in place.
No, the mandate was not general. We told you exactly what they want. We told you a particular to one.
You wanted us to unite the community and you wanted a new board.
There was no such thing as unite there. Let me make it clear. That word unite in the meeting, and I'm going to put that portion that we just tell up. That word unite in the meeting, it came from Pastor Twe. Pastor Twe said when they were trying to have the fraudulent election, Pastor Twe said we can now go to election with a community divided.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Thank you. So in our mandate, we said, listen, in our mandate we said because the board that we elected to fast check and do things for all were compromised and inept. Because that's what I'm telling you. If the board were not compromised or inept, there was never going to be any interim body. There was going to be no interim body. You agree?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we get
one thing. So before I lose my train of thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the members that were on the phone that elected the interim body does not
nominated
that nominated the interim body does not constitute every member of the Liberian community in Arizona. Okay, there were some people that weren't on the line, and that number was so small, so you cannot encompass that whole number to say that's in the entire Liberian in Arizona.
No, that's what I'm saying. Hold on.
To my point,
definitely, I'll come there. Yeah, you're a president.
To that point, right? We come up because we needed to have a representation from the community. That's why we requested a petition that will at least get a sufficient number of the community to sign a petition agreeing that we should convene a general meeting and we should elect a new board of directors. This is legally binding documentation because we can't just go and just by ourselves have a general meeting and then elect a new board of directors.
We got less than 2 minutes.
The petition was strengthening our cause to do so.
Okay.
So that's where we are right now. The body
former president Nestor Bishop, when you got elected as president, did you win a white ballot or did you win by election?
Oh God!
I won by democratically elected.
Did every Liberian in Arizona vote for you?
But every Liberian that registered to vote, they voted.
So you say you know the Constitution now. What is considered quorum?
Well, currently we have 10 people in the meeting.
So any decision I think people make is 10. It represents everybody else.
It represents everybody else.
No, wait now. So don't deviate from yourself. See, you're talking, I was listening to you. You were the former president. Yes. You said because the 70 plus people were there, everybody was not there. So you say, well, that's 75. Yeah, you said now, right now, we're talking about quorum. Because a quorum is where you meet certain number and wherever decision, if your person is good, but wherever decision people made for everybody, because when they start, you're not going to get everybody to attend the meeting. So are you saying the people that took their time off their business schedule to come up there and went above quorum was not that important for you to carry on the mandate that they gave you, that you have to wait for everybody in Arizona to be there?
No, we're not waiting for everybody.
Okay, but then why you discrediting the people out there?
No, we said we need, because the petition strengthened our mandate. You know,
listen, the petition, according to your constitution, if you know it, you should make quorum. It is, we should make quorum. Well, if they talk about strengthening, they say make quorum.
So hold up now. If the meeting that was called was not called by the executive, was not called by the.
There was no executive.
Okay.
But listen.
But let me get to my point now. So it was called by members of the community.
The higher decision making body. We are part of the we are part of the association.
So in order for us to really legitimize that mandate, we need a petition from members of the community.
So it took you more than 3 months after we put you in power to come up with the idea that you petition. When did you realize that you need a petition?
I think about the second meeting we had.
What month? That was just last month. I was there in that meeting. I recall it. Around one final place, so you see. All right. So people, we'll take a break. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back. We'll be joining our people then for transparency and to end the community. So we can go by again. Even though the message when you meet 10 people, we must take half of the rope. We'll be right back.
Contact Bollietv to promote your events. At Bollietv, we shine a positive spotlight on our community in Arizona, delivering uncut and uncensored content that truly represents the essence of local happenings. For reliable news and exciting updates on local community politics, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We offer a range of affordable promotional packages designed to make your event stand out. If you are in business, sports, or showcasing local talents and looking to see beautiful tourist locations, we are here to elevate your presence. Do not wait to be part of the conversation. Go subscribe to Bollietv on YouTube now. Call us at 480-228-1229 or email us at jbollie1980@gmail.com for any questions.
So we want you to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to Bollietv.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to Bollietv, back to the community review. As you can see, the interim people that want to run over for this seat now as we speak. But we're here today, and don't forget, the Interim Body is here with me. The community review, your trusted source for stories, issues, achievement, conversation shaping our community. My people, every month I will come here. This invitation was not sent to the Interim Body by me. I'm sorry. The last time I invited them, they didn't show up. They decided on their own now. I will mind my business. They say Bollietv one kind of the co-chair called me. The next thing I know, all I know is I show up. So when I soon as someone feel the car, they run over the book. So the people in here. So I got the Secretary General and the co-chair. I think you guys already enjoyed the conversation. But let me just be real. They are here giving you update on the community. We will ask the hard questions because we nominated them back in January. So we will hold them accountable. Even though they have already made it clear to one of the men when they go to but I'm glad they're here to clarify because your community people, you start reaching out to me. And I'm an interim by a TV man. Today I've been here. So when I put a something on YouTube, y'all go there, be writing there so they can come and add it to some of the meeting agenda then. But you know what happening, guys? Thank you so much for showing up and enjoying the conversation. This discussion is doing great. I like the way you guys answering the question, at least so the community people can know. Now, we are on transparency and communications. Why has the community not received regular updates on the progress of the mandate and what information has been withheld? Because I know there's some information that been withheld. You all know I'm talking like I say, you say I change the police, I can put everything else out. I'll give you the opportunity. Why have some information being withheld? Why you guys now doing the transparency and giving you the actual update? We don't have to come to meeting. You can still, you guys go to meeting, no, and do everything, but we want update because people are concerned. You see me sending message to the people here on this podcast, talking with us, calling me, and please get your number here so the people can call your number now when it comes to any kind of community question because me a TV man, everything. So people think I don't want the person now. I will close my mouth and not say anything on the transparency so you guys can elaborate and just speak to your community. let me get the question again so you can hear it and look at it. But you know that if you say anything that is over the people of the question, I will come in with the fire. Right? Why has the community now received regular updates on the progress of the mandate that we gave you and what information has been withheld? Because we're hearing all kind of things. So, Madam Secretary, I want you to take the role in the one before we come to the co-chair. Because you don't want to be putting all the things in that chat room up and down.
So, regular communication has been put out, what the community needs to know and how to go forward with the community. So I feel like I have been posting a lot of information out. Our recent information that just came out in the last meeting that we had is now according to Arizona Commissioner, we are dissolved. The LAA is dissolved as of right now. We do have a time period to get that fixed, to fix it. Again, this is why we were, I feel like, appointed to make this right, because we reached out to the board. It's not just about getting a new board in to replace the past board. It's also getting that information. So if we, the interim body, even though the body did not nominate us to go ahead and file 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026 annual report, it's something that we have to step in. We don't want to just give work to the next board and it's not finished and stuff like that. We wanted to help. This is why we're here. So, communication has definitely been put out. We're coming here. We're putting out more information. We're putting out more information right now here. So, we're just trying to get to people so people can care about the community and care about the LAA. We don't want just 20. We don't want just 30. We don't want just even 100. There's 500 to 600 people in the LAA community group chat. We want all of them to care about this, because it's not just affecting us as an interim body, but it's going to affect all of us in the long run. So right now we are dissolved, but we have some time to get back on the right track.
Did I hear, are you guys dissolved?
Yes, Mr. Bollie.
Yeah. Meaning that you're in a system number.
We have time to get back.
So are you guys reserved or dissolved?
As of right now, we are dissolved with a time frame to get back to being active.
President Lester, how you own that before I can tell my own?
Thank you, Mr. Bollie. So, just to add on to what Mr. Sala is saying, when you register an organization such as a nonprofit organization in the state of Arizona, you first need to register with the Arizona Corporation Commission. And as part of that registration, you need to file an annual report. According to record that is a public information and it's available to everyone.
Yes.
When you go onto the Arizona Corporation Commission website, you see that the Liberian Association is inactive. And they gave the reason for why there's inactivity, because they have not filed an annual report since 2023.
24.
24?
24.
Since 2024.
The last time it was filed was Steve, and that was in 2023.
23. Okay. So it was last filed in 2023. So 2024, 25 to date, if you haven't filed, they have the right to inactivate your organization. So that's where we stand right now with the Liberian Association being inactive. And this is one of the key reasons why we're trying to bring in new people to lead the Liberian Association. How can you have a board of directors that is supposed to oversee the activity of the Liberian Association and allow this lapse to happen, and then they want to continue to lead us? So really, they're not paying attention to the affairs of the Liberian Association. That's one of the issues that we have. Second issue, for full disclosure, so that people don't go out and hear things that we are doing an investigation into some matters that have been brought to the IGB. That includes some members of the Liberian community reach out to the IRS and indicate that they have made some donation to the Liberian Association.
Some member, just regular member in the community, or member that are in leadership?
Members, we're still doing, I said members because, some are in leadership, and I'm not sure if others have done it. So I said some members in general of the Liberian community, part of the Liberian Association, made a claim to the IRS that it made donation to the Liberian Association. We're seeking such documentation of such donation. When you make donation to a nonprofit organization, you get a tax write-off for that.
Correct.
So they are getting tax write-off we believe it's going to be fraudulent if they do not have that documented in the bank statement or in a general meeting where this donation was made. So we're looking into that without saying the name of anybody because it is still under investigation. So those are the things that some information that we have withheld purposely because it's ongoing investigation. But we, when you say regular update, that's why we come here to you because we know you are a prominent TV channel in the Liberian community. And we want to use your avenue to put out the information because a lot of time we put out written information, a lot of people don't read it. So in effort to make people aware of the happenings in the Liberian community, we reach out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bollie.
Okay, so Mr. Lester Meyer, you're here. He said the board are supposed to be doing check and balance. They ain't doing. Article of incorporation gone. But then Mr. Meyer then still going to the same board. They claim the past board has no knowledge about the interim body. They complaining that the people didn't do their job. But when the interim body was nominated, was there any sort of official communication to the former board? The time was nominated, since you keep saying the men are supposed to do check and balance about our article of incorporation didn't do it. So you keep saying y'all went to them because y'all wanted to ease down the community, so y'all wanted relevance from them because that's what y'all went for. We were nominating you guys. If the higher decision body thought that was relevant, why would they not seek communication from the former board to nominate you guys? Why do you think they didn't do that?
That didn't happen because in every community organization, the members of the community is the higher decision-making body of any community organization. So when it comes to the governance of the community, the members supersede even the executive.
So then why are you looking for relevance somewhere else? We already give you a lot of relevance.
Well, we're not looking for relevance.
You say they put not acknowledge you. Even though we acknowledge you.
We're not looking for acknowledgement.
The only way our acknowledgement will be verified or authentic if the former board say, yes, we acknowledge you. Because y'all went into the meeting to say the boy recognize us, say, oh, very well. Why would we go there to go stand by you and say, oh, that we don't want to nominate the person? We ain't got to justify to them.
We don't, absolutely not. The reason why we are meeting, because maybe the mandate may have been miscommunicated amongst ourselves in some aspect. Because when we discussed the mandate, one of the aspects was to unify the community as well as elect a new board. So in the process of unifying the community, we start to reach out to the executive board. We start to reach out to the outgoing board, to members of the pastoral committee in our community, county association, to bring everybody on the same table. And that's what we try to do. And that's the right thing to do, because we cannot go into any election with a fractured community. There would not be full participation if we do such thing.
So listening to both of you people now, I want you to tell the community, what do you guys think is the current state of the Liberian Association of Arizona now? With all the things what I talk, the Secretary General, the boss of the secretary, we're not active again no more, so which we don't have a Liberian Association anymore, recognizing Arizona as an organization, right? We get former or past or whoever they're now they using our organization to get small money. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Since the last time was far. So they hurry a top, he just went down with everything. He poured all in the toilet. Damn it, man.
Oh, God.
They made their one quality report. So the question for that interest, nothing again. So the project went down with everything. They evicted us and everything. What you guys think now is the state of the LA, because that's the Liberian Association, they don't recognize her anymore. So all the procrastination, everything they explain, one of the reasons why I see the people getting very well now, what you think now is the current state of the LA. Well, please tell my community what's going to happen. What you think now is the current state.
So the current state of the Liberian Association is still very good. We still have time. The interim body is in place, and I really, really want the body to really come out. And if you need to sign the petition, come and sign it with pen and paper. If you can sign it on your phone, sign it on your phone. The reason why we're pushing this petition, because I think a lot of people, our African people, think this is just an easy transition. We elect Bull, then the Bull will go to area or to the past Bull, and it will get everything, and then everything will just be solved. That's not how in America things can happen. Maybe in you get called by all that stuff. Then maybe that's how it can happen in Africa, but that's not how it happens here right now. Okay, so we have a lot of things. There's protocols. There's things what we can do. Even me, I myself have voiced it to my interim body. I say, is it time to call the police? Not to say, oh, I'm calling the police on the board, but meaning, is it time to start going filing paper to the courts, filing paper to the IRS, raising the alarm? Is it time yet? But they say we still need to go this way and this way and this way. So we are coming out to the community. We need to sign this petition. There's legal aspect. If I was to raise up the alarm right now and call the Arizona commissioner and say, hey, this is what's happening, they're going to ask me, have you went to the chain of command? Have you reached out to the board? There's
no board.
I have sent it to Mr. Bollie. Even though there's no board right now, the passport is gone. They are still on the Arizona commissioner as active, as somebody that's still heading it.
But everything dissolved, so I will be active.
Everything is still active. If you go on there,
I
say it's the
their names are listed.
Their names are listed as the active and the last people that were working with the Liberian Association program, whatever. So they are the ones that we are going to reach out to. The Arizona commissioner, if I call them right now, they're going to ask me, have you reached out to the chair? They will go down into the website. They will look at the chair and they will say, Eric Tay is the chair. Harry is the president. Miriam is the vice president. They will ask me, any member, have you guys reached out to this? Then that's when they can start moving forward. We're trying to bypass all of that because the past board is not willing to work with us. So the next step now, what we have to do is we're going the legal way. And this is the legal way. We are starting the legal way. The legal way is this petition. Once this petition has reached the quorum, which is 100, even if it goes past 100, thank God. Now we are ready to put some money on the table and say these people have to leave. And now we can, even if we have to do a cease and desist to Eric Tay, to Harry, to Miriam, to all of them, and say, hey, all the financials, you need to bring it up right now. So because we have a time frame, I don't want to call it the time frame, but we have a time frame to file all this stuff here to report back to the Arizona commissioner so we can get back to being active. We will have to put our money on the table and we'll put it down. Me, I know once I put 5 cents down, we are not stopping. I don't want no Liberian thing. Oh, y'all gonna calm down. We are Liberian people. We need to do this in our family way. No, I'm not doing that. Once I put my money down to go to the court, to go to RS, to file anything, it's very, very serious because it's very heartbreaking. I started under Steve administration. We have problem with these people also. And then now we're coming here and I'm seeing this. I mean, being in the interim body, I just started, but being in the interim body and all these information are coming to me is very, very sad to see how corrupt things are happening.
President Lester, you want to add to it or you want to skip the one?
No, I'll add to it. You talk about the state of affairs of the Liberian Association. So let's be honest. If you are inactive, you're not in good standing. We need to be in good standing. We need to be active within the state that we operate. So we're not really, and then given that we don't have an active board, we don't have a president of the Liberian Association, an elected president, an elected board of directors, and we're operating currently under the interim government. So I have an appeal. There's an appeal to the Liberian people. We need to come together and realize who we are in the state of Arizona. The Liberian Association is just not the interim body. It's the general membership within the Liberian community. When we call for a meeting, you have to be a part and parcel of the discussion. Without that, there cannot be any Liberian Association. It's not just a few handful of people that run the association. So, as Pinky was saying that, things have gone arreared and we call in police and all of that. Well, we are not at that location yet. We want to make sure that we within our organization, we don't have to be active with the state to elect a board of directors, because the new board of directors is what is going to go ahead and rectify all the situation, try to put the election in place. So we're calling people to a general meeting. When we put out the next communication for a general meeting, we want people to show up in their numbers. because Liberia is one of the oldest countries in Africa. We have to live up to that reputation. And if we're not doing anything, the association is going to die down. To be honest with you, because if we don't rectify this and go back and register our association, elect new board of director and president, there will be no Liberian Association in Arizona, and that's the foreseeable future. We want to reverse that. So the appeal is, I personally see the problem, being a former president of the Liberian Association, is lack of participation. How can we move forward if we go and call a meeting now and 6 people show up and Mr. Bollie is going to come and say we're procrastinating? How are we procrastinating when people don't participate? So it's not on the interim body, it's on everyone, every member of this community. We're all leaders in our own right. So let us live up to the expectation and do the right thing. That's
Thank you.
No, wait, let me say my own first.
How many you say? Okay, say one more.
Okay.
You were thinking about talking, so
so when you're feeling you're giving time.
Yeah, I will give you time.
Don't blast us.
So I want to call out the past administration and the past board. This is so bad on their part to let this go on for this long and have the next administration. When Archie wanted to, run for president and they were, trying to put him there, I voiced it in the chat. I said, this is not right for you to just throw somebody in the fire when you know that you have already made the fire big like this. The last administration did not file 2024 annual report, 25 annual report, and then resign that way. And then even, I don't like to say devil advocate because I'm never advocating for the devil. But the thing is, even if Eric is not at fault, he is the chairman of this. He is the chairman of the board and he oversees the administration. And he has not done anything. And it's not just a target to him, but it's a target to the whole board and the administration. You guys have not done your part for the librarians. You have not done your part at all. It comes Harry, Miriam, Frederick, all of them. They have not done that part. They let this community go down so bad. And now we as the interim are trying our best to pick up the pieces to help just the Liberian Association to move forward, and we're getting backlash. Nobody wants to support us, and that's why the momentum is coming down. But you guys have to understand, this is what we are battling, because we're seeing all of this. We have not brought it up to you guys, because we want you guys to know that we are trying to take care of it. We're handling it, but it's just very, very bad on the last administration and the board's part, and we want you guys to take that frustration to them and then come to us for solutions.
Thank you. So Lester is saying that I'm telling you guys you're procrastinating. You think I'm telling you guys the community say you're procrastinating? When they took their time, and give you a mandate, the higher decision value. First of all, I'm just going to say, then somebody from a mother that will nominate leaves you to go support A and a Billy, bad habit, because everything you're talking about the bowl, because I only say the bowl, I'm going to make everything feel relevant. I'm going to can make decision. So when to go and building the bow. You guys been sitting there talking about the bow is inept, but you're looking for relevance from the bow. Because you're going to say you're looking for it. Say you took the whole head as a team for air corpus behavior. Because you say you can't blame one person. That procrastination. That's why the community say you're procrastinating. Then you all gather, even though you say the man, they didn't say well, you're telling the will say he waited there until you still went ahead and attended a meeting for a failed bow. That 7 members we let on the board. You went and sat down on it. The poor immediately then you came back to come bravely your co-chair and sat in the meeting. I'm going to edit that part. I'm going to tell the community how we went there. They made immediately so you can recognize her. And not only that, the Secretary General of UDF Fallow is there on the wrong side of history while he does on the right side. How can we move forward? Mr. John, what? You said Losala?
Larsala.
Well, okay.
I want to correct it for everybody because
so
many people just miss my last name.
Be sure about your father. Just call it last name so we
My dad's last name, there's no end there. Larsala.
Okay, sir. I call him Larsala because he lying everywhere they have it organization party them. Let me say why I say he lying.
Go ahead.
Anytime there's a saloon organization, something having something, or other people having something, by the time I say Liberian Association, he goes up there like somebody saying to go represent up. That's impersonating.
Why would he?
No, because he was not. They say Liberian Association. He is not part of the association. He knows.
He's part of the founders.
Listen to me. They say founders of Liberian Association. That English people can be speaking. So, Pinga, you say, let me say my own.
Okay. Oh, my dad.
He goes up there and impersonate. But the reason why I'm coming high on him, he knows very well we're in crisis. He knows very well what's going on in this community. He ain't bailing the men are actually deeper in the crisis. Instead you see any pastor there, Pastor 12, Pastor Elko, they pastor, they fake. And let me tell you why they fake. They alien because as a landed guy is a real estate person that can get the horses there. So nobody want to be honest to tell him that my man, what you do is wrong. Even my own friend talked about what you were there on our mind that you now real crime man. And because everything can get immigration crime, let's do all of them alien building this man. So when we say procrastinating, that's what procrastinating. You're part of that alien building the man. You there fighting for the rest of our history. Next year, go sit down on the man meeting. Then you say, oh, I'm procrastinating. You're not being serious here. You're killing your own momentum. So let's go to the next topic because if I keep firing here, we'll still in the top of the what if legitimacy and authority. At what point and this interim leadership loses moral or legal authority to continue serving when it cannot even fulfill its responsibility? Do we say keep you there?
Absolutely. So the interim body, we decided that this is not a longevity thing. We're going to be in place until about April.
Who told you to come back off a time free to do our stuff, or you ain't come by, you're giving yourself time free now, or you're announcing time free on the air now?
We decided that we give ourselves a timeline that which we are going to be able to accomplish.
But have you come back to the community to see if we accept where we want to stay at the April? We gave up on January.
Well,
so that 1 year plus you want to give up?
No. We don't want 1 year plus.
Because
our goal is to
you said to April. Because it will not pass April, so you say April. I'm talking about 2027 April.
No, not 2027 April.
But which April are you talking about? We really pass April.
Yes, that's our timeline that we gave that was to operate within the time frame to accomplish certain things. But you have to understand, Mr. Bollie, that working in a Liberian Association, working with Liberians, sometimes it becomes very difficult. And I keep stressing here to you, and you don't want to even say to people, let's be frank. Let me just say this. How do you make progress within anything if people don't participate?
Well, guess what? I will tell you why. Good question. But since I interview you, I will pull it in my closing statement. So we can continue listening. Because you know what happened? The people will only come to make progress with you if you showing improvement. You can't, listen, you guys are not showing improvement. You can't procrastinate by not doing two things we tell you to do. One, somebody from your team that all of you take credit for, all of your mess up, you went there and you said something different.
I want to show you something.
No, don't show it to me, send it to me. I want everything, everything. Pinky, what you talk about, even in the
on the 17th, May 17th, we put out
next time you keep saying that prior to May 17th, let me tell you.
It says signing a petition, elect new board of directors.
Listen to me.
We put out electing new board of directors. How many people show up to
okay, but listen to me. To everything, there is a root cause. Do you agree with that? Even the tree that grows, you got to plant it right. You got to water your garden for it to grow, right?
Absolutely.
You ain't water yourself. You ain't water anything. That what making your young growing. So don't just jump to what you just did recently about petition.
Let me
listen
tell
to
you
me. From the beginning, I'm saying, you yourself talking about the Liberian community. For example, let's be honest. You myself being in the community, it was very hard for people to come to meet in the community. Am I lying? During your time, every time. Am I lying?
But during my time was pandemic.
No, I understand. But even during your time, even after the pandemic, I've been here, I see it was very hard for people to really show up to meeting that.
It was hard, but we have participation. We have debate. People were engaged.
Mama, just listen to me. It was hard. When I say it was hard, compared to one hurricane, the amount of people I used to show up for meeting, I used to see. I know used to see that for any other meeting. Let's be honest. The only reason why people didn't know that because the assassin hurricane, because I was shining the camera on him, I was putting it up. Let's be honest.
I want people shine the camera on him.
Yeah, but guess what? So what I say, for 100 days now with the association, when you put everything inside the toilet, do you think any other leadership that will come down and will get the same momentum again? Do you think so?
Well, it's going to be hard. They're going to have to prove themselves.
Exactly. You know what I say will be hard? I use that analogy because I come to you. The way you started that momentum you had, and you're going to keep it up. Maybe they think the meeting you're talking about people, but you're messed up from the beginning.
Well,
You don't want to acknowledge it, Mr. Co-Chair, but your secretary is acknowledging what happened. Where y'all have to be talking to the players or being now trying to see how you can get it out. This meeting you guys talking about, it's a possible you can do online and how you call it, in person. Because my man, the gap hand, man, people are going to come out. All the people busy. Bro, even when we used to have meeting downstairs here, it was very hard for people to show up.
Mr. Bollie, are you suggesting that we have a general meeting over the phone to elect a new board member? Is that what you're
You
saying?
can have, what I'm suggesting, what I want people to subscribe to is that meeting now in the United States is not only defined as people coming in person. That's why I asked you earlier, if you can remember, when we used to have meetings where there were elections taking place for policy, we used to have people online. You remember how we used to have the camera there? And those people online were also voting along with the people in person.
That's policy. Mr. Lester, can we do an election over the phone for a board member?
it's
Yes
never
or no?
been done. No, it cannot
Okay.
be done because people that are nominated, customarily we did it in a general meeting.
My man, you're interim, you're not elected.
If you want to be nominated for a board, you have to be in person to be nominated.
Listen, you
For a
put,
board is very, very serious, Mr. Bollie.
Yes,
We
sir.
have to do it in person.
well, when you start acknowledging that thing hard, it will be hard.
For administration, we can say, okay, if you know, we
So that's why, okay, so you're answering the question. So you're talking all of that. So should we allow you to continue? Because number one, you guys, if you want any extension, I think the people who put you there, you need to come back to us and ask for extension. You cannot just determine that, oh, because we didn't do the thing in April and that kind of pass, so we come and extend ourselves. Okay, so when you're going to come back to us to ask for extension, because you have to ask for extension. As far as we are concerned right now, we are not doing nothing to us. So you got to come, when you can ask for extension to us, you got to give us an account of for the dog girl, what improvement made, where you're going and everything before we decide whether we want to extend your or not. So right now, from where I'm looking at, because you ain't get no time frame, you're inactive to me too.
No.
I mean, that's why I'm active.
Mr. Bollie, you know, there's strategy to running an organization. We're strategizing. So I propose.
For 90 days, you're still strategizing.
Strategy is continuous thing.
Oh my
I
God,
propose to the interim body that we need to hit the churches like in person. Like when we're having election, we put ourselves out there. We go and talk to people physically. We go to the soccer field. We talk to people, and you know we do a lot of things to engage people. Those things have not been happening, and those things are on the table, and that's why we're here to actually let people know to expect us to be coming their way. And when it comes to, we have to talk about actually dissolving ourselves. You know, why proposing that we dissolve. We propose to the general body that the interim body be dissolved. You know why? Because if you nominate people and put them in position and you show no interest, you're not coming to the meeting that they're calling, then it's like a lame duck. So what's the point of us operating so that we can compromise our own character by someone saying we're inactive, but when we call meeting, nobody show up. And then we call another meeting, nobody show up. So that means we can propose by ourselves and say, you know what, the people are not interested in this, so let's just go about our own.
My man, you guys was nominated over the phone.
Yeah.
Isn't that correct?
Yeah, but Liberian Association, our constitution is not a
My man.
phone. It's not a phone.
Okay, but listen to me.
Association is
You know,
meeting together and
okay, but
communication with each other.
let's what you have to acknowledge here is that you guys were not constitutionally elected. I hope you understand that.
Yeah.
You were nominated. You're only doing our favor. So constitutionally, you can't be talking about the people coming in meeting for your meeting. You can give the people the choice what they want to do. Remember now, we are the higher decision-making body.
And that's what I was going to come to.
Listen to me. We can decide if we want to vote for our board or the phone, or we want to, anything we want to do. The same way we decided that they pass board, the entire board in EP, and all of them put the community in the water. We nominated over the phone. You're not constitutionally nominated. You know, you can decide tomorrow that you want people like you. We can't hold your constitutional responsible.
And that's the problem.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what's happening.
So what I'm trying to say, you're give us the option,
First of all,
brother.
you can't bring us up and then bring us down.
You're not bringing you up and bring you down.
You know we can nominate you guys, and then when you nominate us, now working in that nomination, and you say, "Oh, you bringing us down."
No, we're not bringing you down.
We are the body. We nominated you guys. Then you guys need to do this. It's like you bring us.
Hold on.
Up and down. We can't do that. We are nominated. This is what we are going to do. This is what we are doing. We are letting you guys know who nominated us. This is what we are doing. If you guys don't like it, say it, voice it, and tell us what else you want us to do. But this is what we are doing right now, and this is how we're moving forward to get our Liberian Association back in order.
Okay, Pinky, we're not bringing you up and bringing you down. You guys already been doing it on your own. We even help you to do it. You know how you did it? You're saying air couple, he went into a different thing. Hey, wait, okay, listen, we bring you up. You bring yourself up and now. We get authority, we say you'll do something. You're the one decided to go and sit under the leadership of the rebel group for the in-app and fail bowl. So you tell me, is that not bringing yourself there, bringing yourself up? But we say, I'm looking at yourself, we give you power. What are you going on that man for? We want that man. We get time for that man. No, let me tell you something. Everything we're trying to do, we don't care about it. If you take the little of that, the community don't care about nothing everything do. If everything then felt that they have, and your power then told they have power in the community, tell them they don't have election. And I'm finished saying it. Any election will get done last night there, I will call it the way it's done last night there, and what other last night, everything last night, all of it. That person will suffer in my hand. That person will suffer in my hand because you will not get nobody to pay due to you. Will not come around you. They faith church pastor there, they people better than come also to respect. They don't even respect themselves. You know, you can hide me.
No, but let be frank. At some point, I side with you 100%. Because you have a board. You know, I want to say this. I really want to say this. As Liberians, we take time, we write something down on paper. Then we say we're not going to follow what we wrote down on paper.
Exactly.
We wrote down on paper, we say we elect a board for 2 years. The 2 years have expired.
Exactly.
So then why you still continuing?
Let me tell you something. That's why I was telling one. That's how I had an interview with somebody.
Thing.
And I was telling the person, I say, napping. Our biggest problem in the country that I put on call elders and I put on call pastors in the community. You know, for the pastors, we're not surprising to me, my people. These guys are beefing. You remember I interview all of them. They didn't know they were beefing. I want to go to interview until the whole secret came outside.
They've been beefing for years.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know about it. So think about it. People who call it clean to people who call. Now I said this time I go to any party. I go to any party. So they say that the pastor they can eat for you better arm and in there. Say Bollietv and the pastor. No, not eat for me again.
Say we having a dialogue. When I came, I heard about the beef. When I became the president, I contacted one of the pastors in the community. I said we want to unite the pastor. The man look at me and tell me, say you will fail. You will fail. This thing that started long before you think that you don't want to kind of fix it.
Let me do one those people for you. You know, now, look, my people, let me tell you something. If the interim team want us to sign a petition just so they can help our community, our Bollietv, I'm appealing to you. You go put your, you can't even sign, say, put your hand in the palm, but put it on the sheet. We'll recognize.
If you cannot sign, please reach out to me. I will come to you and I will help you either sign on paper.
Let me do my promo. You do.
No, don't send on the pop up. We don't want pop up. We want real signature. Real signature.
Listen, my people.
Serious.
No, yeah, joking. And my people, let me tell you, they pastor in the community or leader and they will not fix this community. You know, the death will take place in the community. Every day, you come Bollietv appealing to these people. They can't even come together. They only after your money in the community. The 10% you're giving them, and things so they be right, BB car, getting property there, everything there. They don't listen to them. We the community who can't be looking at elected people there here. You know why witchcraft they planted? They don't like improvement there. And what happening in Arizona here? The witches are planted in Arizona here. Because anywhere you see people who are in West business, they let booty, they will try to improve civilization. You start seeing it there. But when I say they want no election, they don't want to stay to the tribal group where they and the family can go start flying up and down here and do it in there. We're trying to pull LA together to fix it.
Oh God, we need to fix it.
We need to fix it and we'll continue this way. Look at July 26th coming. Our friend again, my man coming start talking. I was like, boy, what's going on? Bollietv, what's going on? I was so embarrassed. July 26th coming again. Your leader, pastor, that business, we the community, pastor, where your Christians say, where belong to Caesar, get Caesar, right? So you're going to get the pull the top. When it comes to our community, we ourselves come together and face our community. Yeah. I don't want yet nobody having meeting again, just be inviting pastor in here. The people can eat to party. They eat for everybody, they can't come together. Now the only time you see the pastor in that will say, let pastor eat. You can see the other pastor will make a big plan, man. They all want influence, all will be getting that land this time. The other face the community. Let me tell you, you see me a blast on the interim. You see me a blast on the interim, but you gotta be honest, my people. Sometimes too, we are a fuck. We are a fuck. So I will appeal to them. We can make the thing two ways. You can come online. You can come online. Even your voice. No, let me tell you, many things your voice. Even the Senate in the United States, so now they put your voice. They can say you like a very Nina. You agree? You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to come in person. Check out online. I will beg them so they can do the two things in online and in person. You agree to vote for the person for the we rather need that you acknowledge, so we'll keep that recording. You can't come and say tomorrow, no, I didn't say it. It's still your voice is your, even in America when we call your credit card company, your voice is your verification.
My voice is my identity.
Yeah, we can do that here. So now that when I talk all I want, I beg you, let's face our community. We need to enjoy ourselves. Now because we have a bunch of incompetent people. Let me tell you something. Smooth transition, having to it. Next up, everything was smooth. Why I say that we put a one part they call Harriet told it. They invade us. Y'all remember I used to get a bought camera to motivate. Next time, no one had camera for me. There was no Bollietv. Steve Bollie no one had camera. Dr. Sherman no one had camera. Avitua no one had no camera for me. He was the luckiest one. Very moment when we got the community center, I was the first person that came getting the camera, anything you're doing, just to encourage my little brother. But look at what's going on now. We inactive now. So I don't hear nobody talk about LA organization. We get nothing. Nothing here. Like their pastor them being fake. And so the interim people are getting information that they're doing two-faced thing there. If they start my next podcast community review, I will start calling them and start getting it. But this time I'll let it pass. So I beg you, community people, when they call meeting now, I will beg them to make it in person because people can still vote with their voice. We just have the secretary have to write the name down. And my man, to the internet, I will say again, no more meeting with you and everything. We already barely man, we put your high pedestal. Don't bring yourself down. No more meeting. Don't listen to the people that ping part and the elder than the player to go be saying on everything. Because I don't understand the Jolo. They made some of the $1 billion. How you gonna be on the rest of our history? Then you the power be rebel to come for her.
He's not fighting me. He's on my side.
No, he's not on your side. Your father on your side. Then every meeting you call and secretary and was sat as a secretary, he should be there supporting his dollar.
Listen to me. Look, there's so many elders that are not even coming to any meeting.
Listen to me.
So my
don't
dad
say that I can't defend your part. The reason why I call him.
Defend my dad. Listen, my dad.
Okay, yeah. So, but why you go to the rebel meeting? Why you go to the rebel meeting?
The reason why I did not go, my dad.
Why you can't go to everything?
My dad is not going to any rebel meeting to just say, "Oh, he signed with them." I know.
Does he attend any meeting you call?
No.
But when everything, who the in bowl,
my dad,
he can go there.
My dad is very strategic, and I know he has his best interest when it comes to this. So it's not just
what
that.
strategy is there.
We can even call Pastor, not Pastor Sherman, but Dr. Sherman. Dr. Sherman doesn't come to neither of our meeting. I'm sure he's not in support of Eric Tay. It's just that my dad, he's still defending me and defending the interim body by going over there and talking with Eric Tay. Who knows what they were talking about?
You don't. No.
I know Mr. Latina personally.
I come here. You don't defend by aiding and begging or meeting for that person. If you tell me he can meet me behind the scene to have a talk with him as a big brother, I will agree.
That's what he's doing.
No, they make the be all the meeting. Somebody can record the meeting and say to me. Tell me, can go play in part recording. Because when they put a suggestion that police thing like your parent. So you talking about. When I put a suggest that police thing that we're talking about, like your father, then start defending him. You also there, except you're a spy for everything there, and you want to say that, oh yeah. But anyway,
I'm not a spy.
No, okay.
That one,
but you know,
that one.
Good discussion. Yeah. But anyway, we are going to leadership now.
Okay.
Which should be our second to the last topic. This topic right here, we spend a lot of time on it.
Yes.
Now that we are done with current event, and you guys not tell us now. Now, before we go to that now. What is the way forward now? So I will give you a time because when we come to leadership, and that's what will come to be here. Can you guys commit to a clear roadmap, including dates and deadlines for completing the transition to elect a new board so they can take us to election? If not, why should the community continue to keep you there? Or what assurance can you give the community that the delay is not becoming a way to extend influence or avoid accountability of my people?
So first, I want to just call accountability is because accountability to all the elders and all the pastors first, because hopefully when this video comes out, you guys will hear it and listen to it fully to know that the Liberian Association right now is dissolved because of the board and the administration lack of being accountable not only to the body but being accountable to the law. And I'm hoping that you guys will do your own research and go in there and say, oh, okay, let's go ahead and talk to Eric. Right now, the interim body, I will not talk to Eric Tay. I will not talk to the board. And I definitely will not talk to the last administration because they really, really let the ball down. They did a horrible job, and we are now stuck in the hot seat trying to fix it. And we really, really need everybody. Now, this is directed to the body. We need everybody, please sign the petition, because there's no other way. There's no easy way of saying, oh, we're going to work with the board, or we're going to work with the last administration. There's no easy way. We are taking the legal way right now. And this is the beginning, the petition. Next thing we do, we go ahead and get that election for the board. We go ahead and get that election started and everything. And then if we have any opposition from the past board, that petition with my money, with our money, court, that's where we're heading. Sorry. Sorry.
I see now talking to you.
Yes, man. They're very serious. This is where we are going. The petition is first. Sign it. If you can sign it right now, sign it right now. Next thing we're doing is election for the board. Now we have a new board intact. And now they're trying to get information from the past board. And the past board say, we're not turning nothing over. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. We're not hearing none of that. We're going straight to the court. We're going straight to the court because it's not just for financial. Right now, we need to do annual report. I cannot do annual report. I'm not looked at under the Arizona commissioner as any part of the body. I'm not the chairman. I'm not the vice president. I'm not anything. I can't fix anything. But how can we fix it? We send that petition. We have a new board. We go to we tell them, hey, go ahead and turn it over to the new board. Turn everything over. They don't want to turn it over. Now it's getting serious. I don't know. I think that $280 something to go ahead and file with the IRS. That's nothing right now. We need to make sure that we get the ball moving. So I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, get on 2 minutes before we go to leadership, because leadership will come and catch you here.
Yeah, when you talk about the way forward, we usually have problems. I'll repeat myself. The board tenure have expired. What is it? Why is it so difficult? Leadership is being able to pass on the role of leadership to another person to experience leadership and gain experience. But these guys, we wrote down in our constitution that you have 2 years to lead a community. The 2 years is over. You decide not to come back to the community and seek additional time. You say, I'm going to take upon myself as if it is your personal organization you're running. You disregard the entire community member. You say, I'm not going to come back and seek additional time. I'm just going to continue because I want to do that. That time has expired. If they want to continue, they need to come to the community and say, we want to continue. If the community deem it necessary, they'll say continue. If the community deem it necessary, say, well, we don't want you guys. It's up to the community to make that decision. You cannot make it for yourself. So our path forward is right now, we're appealing to the community to strengthen our mandate is to get this petition that Pinky spoke about. Because when it comes to any legal issue, they want to see who's supporting you. And if you see, we have decided that we need.
I don't want to cut you up, but who is in agreement? Not just supporting.
Yeah, who's in
agreement?
Exactly.
We all want these people out.
Yeah, who's in agreement, right? Who's in agreement? So we have documents that show that we have members of the community that signed the petition. And guys, if these guys are serving us right as board of directors, you have to file annual report. You are overseeing the executive. For 2 years, there's no annual report. So what have you been doing with your responsibilities? What have you been doing with your responsibility? That means you don't really care about the job that you've been entrusted with. And now you still want to continue to lead us? Who are you to continue to lead us when you can't even file an annual report, ensure that annual report gets filed? Now, if you go onto the Arizona Corporation Commission website, the Liberian Association is inactive. When it comes to the elders, these are some of the people, of course, that are causing problems.
The John Lasala there.
Mr. Lasala served as my senior advisor during my time, and I talk to him more frequently, and I'm sure you'll be listening to me too. So I talk to Mr. Lasala, and I give him the analogy all the time. I say, if you register your car and your car insurance, your car registration expired, do you just continue to drive, or do you go back to the motor vehicle to go? And that's because we are the one that gave the board of directors the mandate to lead the organization. Now their time has expired. They have to come back to the community to seek additional time if the community deem it necessary. So this is where we are. They're saying, oh, they just need to continue because we don't have any replacement. How do you not have any replacement if we are proposing a replacement? We are proposing that we have a new board elected, or we continue to keep them if that's what the community decide to do. So we want people to sign this petition. Once you sign the petition, it's strengthening our position to show support from the community. So we're asking, think about this. Get involved with your community, come together, let's sign a petition, let's elect a new board of directors. Because if we continue with the same board, there's going to be a lot of chaos because they have caused so much friction within the community. So what we need to do is change. We have competent people within the Liberian community that can continue to run the association. We don't need to stick with the same old people that have tarnished the reputation of others, that have accused others falsely, that have done fraudulent signatures and all the accusations that have come up concerning this board. Why do we want to continue with these people? We need to have new people that are competent to come up and run the affairs. So our timeline, Mr. Bollie, we're going to call a general meeting to sign a petition. Once we get that petition signed, we are going to have an election of a new board of directors. That's where we're going. So it will be
meeting. We will call meeting phone and in person.
Yes,
let's say
I didn't say anything.
Because you don't want.
I did not say anything. The man still talking. You let me fly.
We'll call the community together, ask them for their input on the way forward as well, because we're not working on our own. We're working on behalf of the community. So we hope everybody can be in participation so that we can move the community forward.
Leadership. My grandfather always used to say the people that you can see throwing money around, that they get money, that person actually broke. Incompetent people, let me tell you something. When you are incompetent leader, it will be very hard to listen to people telling you, you know where it is when you illiterate and somebody put your deficiency in your face? It's very bad. Even when the person telling you your own good. For example, you start in third grade, you go marry a man and say, I want you to just go to ninth grade, you think that man insulting you. That's exactly what happened to everything. When you are in leadership and people keep telling you are incompetent, that's why you see in Nike check. Look, I'm from Grand Juliet. Let me tell you something. These are the kind of people that make it no crime person will rule it, but no community again. And I continue to say, I wish my crime brother could have done well so I can be an advocate for the next board chair to be a crime man. And the thing about it, to see smart people just become dull in few years to support the kind of behavior. Because let me tell you something, dullness, I think the things are inborn we expect from someone from Liberia. Because you cannot see somebody going wrong. You call yourself man of God, you call yourself pastor, and you just sit there and say, oh yeah, let the man just stay there. And especially also these people there, they actually sat in the meeting with all and heard the community crying. One of the men now called like George Women. They men when you go wrestling, all the men doing wrong sentences. In school they taught us something they call punctuations. When you read these sentences, at the end of those sentences, you recognize the punctuation. So George Women does not know that he run the sentences in his mouth and then blame you for writing wrong sentences. These are the kind of figure-headed people that I'm talking about that are just going there. Because let me tell you, everything, in my opinion, should not even be nothing in the community. This is going to bring me to the next question of leadership. Mr. Meyer, Pinker was the secretary at that time for the Steve Bollietv Association. They say your $10,000 on COVID money, and I Pinker administration sent it because she was there. Pinker, are you aware of that letter that your administration sent to everything to investigate? Mr. Meyer will come to you for your question to investigate. But let me start with the people who sent the letter to you for. They said there was something because we've been hearing rumors. Suppose say 5,000, suppose say 10,000. They see everything. They in FM said that there was nothing there for him to investigate. They made on. Now, because it comes to interim leadership, when we put in a division saying you fail now you now recognize the man as criminal now. So I'm asking you, were you aware of that letter that the Steve Bollietv administration sent to everything to audit this man's administration?
So I want to start by we don't want to cause any division between Steve's administration and
no, there's not a division.
Lester administration. I want to say that very nice and clear because we are moving forward. Second, I heard about it. I was the assistant secretary. We did have somebody that was a secretary himself who possibly wrote that letter. I heard about it, but I do not know how the handwriting went.
Who was your immediate secretary?
I do not know his name, but I know who he is.
Okay.
By face, yes.
So, Mr. Bishop, looking back at your administration, what promises did you make to the community that you failed to deliver, and why? And in explaining that, can you include the particular COVID-19 money business here? What the people say, you even Steve Bollie then say a vice president, Emmanuel Charles. Let me call it two names before you say that. I mean, you are talking about. Let me call one name, you can claim the other name. So I'm going to call two names, Emmanuel Charles and Emmanuel Alimanyo. Like one man in there. He said because you did not want any kind of documentation to show about the trace of this money, you shut the account down. I want you to make a clarification on the COVID-19, where they say you got $5,000 or $10,000. And then the third thing to conclude on that question, right? Why did you close the LAA bank account? Because according to Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. Charles, when you left, you shut the LAA account down.
Thank you. So, to your first question, what promises did my administration make to the Liberian community that
you failed to deliver?
On
and if you fail, why?
So, one of the things that is really dear to me is the community center. Okay, we made promises to the Liberian in Arizona that we're going to deliver a community center. We worked tirelessly for a community center. Even at the time, Mr. John LaSala, who is her father, he was my senior advisor. Him and I, we started several buildings around here with the intention to establish a community center because we thought that was very important. Community center serve several purposes, you know, for childcare, for cultural exchange, and many other things. But we started making videos to promote the community center. Even Prophetess Jelly and other leaders in the community, you know, we're all part of making video to promote the community center. But how come we didn't get the community center? Because people did not contribute. You understand? Other community, we even went to meet with the African American Legislative Caucus. We met with several representatives in the government in Arizona. They said, well, what do you guys have? What do you guys have that we can at least add on for your community center? We met with Laura Pastor. She's a congresswoman in Arizona legislature. We didn't have anything, so we decided, let's communicate with our people. Let us contribute money, at least to have something on the books. You know, can you even believe that a Liberian member of the community, actually trying to, I don't want to even say name because I don't want to put people on blast. You know what I'm saying? Came to me and said, Lester, the community center that you want to develop, we're not going to support it because we don't want such a great thing to be on your name. So we say that Lester is the one that got the Liberian people in Arizona community.
Who said that? I mean, you got to call. Let me tell you.
Oh, the person that said the same man you mentioned. He actually said he came to make payment. You had a check in your pocket. I'll let you know. You had a check in your pocket.
No, because let me tell you, that's why it's important to mention police. Maybe we'll start putting the people there out tomorrow in the future. They'll not influence people so people can know they've been doing bad acting in the community before. Yeah, so I mean, I don't hold me back.
You know, but the man came and said,
who man?
The man came and said that people are not going to support you. People are not going to support you because if you accomplish this, they will say Lester accomplished such great thing in Arizona.
And who the man said that?
He brought on the money to contribute. You look around and say, oh, but I'm seeing people paying, so I'm not going to pay. I'm going to take my own money.
Who the man I can't say?
The man that you mentioned say you're running for, you won't be part of Steve Association.
Emmanuel?
Yeah.
So Emmanuel asking to you and say he's not going to contribute because you take credibility for it.
Yeah. He said that's what people told him.
That's what people told him that if
I accomplish this, it will be such a great accomplishment for me, so they're not going to support me.
So that's what you did.
But he didn't even contribute too, so that must have been thinking too. Because if it wasn't.
So basically, you answered the first question because you couldn't get the community because there was no, financial help from the community, exactly. Which I understand. You see, my people, it's very important to pay the due the player. But again, you have to understand people will only put their money to where the trust is.
Absolutely.
So the same question next time coming back, Ms. Losana. I'm going to leave for school. I'm going to school for new business.
I'll call you any kind of name. In my name, please. It's okay, Larsala.
Ms. Larsala. We have to give you Ms. Larsala. So listen to me now. You were secretary in Steve administration. Why you didn't get community center too? You can't tell me say because you're assistant, you're a park car, you won't know nothing about anything that going on. Do you have any reason as to why you guys did not?
So let's fast forward really quick to Harry's administration.
What I got to do with him?
They got office that, right? They end up getting a community center. How did that
resource center? No.
Resource center. They end up getting one. How did that end up? So now we come back to Steve administration. To get a resource center, you have to have money. We had a plan to go ahead and get a grant. And we were working on that. If we had been elected again, it was going to happen. Not like, Mr. Bollie.
He signed a promise to pay.
He shined the light on Harry, and shined the light on Harry on that debate, and it made it look like, Steve was not doing his best.
You accusing
that
me?
That day.
I gotta get my clarification here.
Yes, that day you shined the light on Harry because Harry, he had a paper and he was showing, in 6 months, I will get a resource center. In 6 months, I will do this. And surely he did. But how did he do it? Funeral money, collection money, and at the end of it, everything, now Mr. Bollie again, after he finished shining a light on Mr. Harry, he had to shine a light on himself to come and help and get that resource center into a church. Next thing you know, it's not into a church no more, into something else, and then next thing, now we're upstairs. That's not how things are supposed to go. We need to do it the right, correct way. The right way was we were so close to getting that grant. If we would have been elected again, everything would have been done. Now we have good resource center where Mr. Bollietv can come and do interviews for other people and shine his light on good thing, not bad thing.
All right. So when people accuse me on my show, then that's why I have to put all the secrets I won't put out. She's accusing me of shining the light. But what she does not know, I think she's already a assistant. You can ask your former president, Steve. Yeah, listen. Yeah. You should ask your former president, Steve Bollie. He got more invitations from Bollietv than Harry did for interview. He stood me up several times. One, your empty cook, I set the camera off for him. He didn't show up. What I was doing at that time, because Bollietv was just coming out, I was inviting both candidates behind the scene to come for interview to sell themselves to the community. Steve did not show up. Harry loved camera. So all people think I was only promoting Harry, but that's not what I was doing. I was inviting Steve just as well to the debate. I interviewed both Steve and Harry. So I don't know how I only shine spotlight on Harry. I interviewed both of them before they entered the hall. After the first round of the debate, I went around, interviewed everybody. How am I supposed to know who for Harry and who for Steve while interviewing random people in the hall? Mm-hmm. Listen, but people say, "Oh, you don't want to care." No. I think necessarily to one of the debate I interview you, right?
Yeah.
I interview her. I interview Sekou Kana. I interview random people. I could not determine, the person will be for Steve, the person will not be for Steve. The two candidates stood there and saw themselves.
Exactly.
The two candidates stood there and saw themselves. I didn't make anything. My invitation was to both of them. The person who took advantage of my camera and made him the win was Harry. I didn't stop Steve from coming. I invited Steve more. I didn't sell Steve. Steve sold himself to the people. I didn't go to the debate. I didn't manipulate anybody to go put vote. You yourself about the debate. Sorry. You saw me kind there. And I came out doing. I was trying to see how the debate was going. That's all. So let me tell you, if you did not know, let me say on camera, I invited Steve more and to follow. Last day question will go back to the lesson. I did not vote for either one of them. So I was not on nobody's side. You see, the problem there is that leaders in the community need to tell the followers of the team the truth. As in my church found a lot. Imagine about why you tell all the interviews. I mean, I did a lot and lots and lots of interview invitations. He was all the time. He was going to take advantage of it, but he did not. So don't blame me. Harry sold himself. Harry went to community. Harry visited people in Maricopa County and all. Harry was going to everybody. Let me tell you something. Harry won that election because he put effort into it. Harry took advantage of my TV because he didn't turn it down. So you can't blame me. By election, pick election. Then let's say if you don't put yourself, especially when television system reach out to you, free promo for you. If you take it, let's take it. People say, "Yeah, man." People start seeing him on TV. It's all on the mess up. So how they start getting more people start listening to him. But what you understand? I'm not inviting here alone. And then what happened? The same thing I told you. What you just said. I told you the TV. What I put you on. It's a good and bad TV. You see Bollietv, right? Right on censor and on cut. I will put you only when you do good. I will put you only when you do bad.
I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that.
Because number one, that's what happened. So next time, let's go to your second question. I'm gonna get one of the distract when I accuse me for them losing election. Well, they didn't wrong campaign. Yeah, man. I didn't want no campaign. The men Florida, they want
to talk about the second question.
The second question, yeah. That get a clarification, man. People, as you all know, you saw some interview a day where he was the accused former President Nestor Maya here that we got talking about aid for the state of Arizona in the man I think Achi talked about it, say $5,000 or $10,000, and he said that everything he's supposed to know. When I went to everything he said he checked the record. I still have this video on my YouTube page, and I'm going to repost it here. You're going to learn to go be watching it. Everything said that he didn't see anything that was wrong. He didn't find anything there, and everything even went ahead just to make sure he was to validate it. He said when I asked him about the letter that was sent by the state administration to audit Mr. Nestor Meyer, everything said that they should tell you what you should audit the man for. Because they didn't find anything to audit the man for. So I'm surprised the same man not going to completely top of the man to money because nothing not in your favor. You see how somebody got in two faces. So the reason why I bring in a question up is because of that. He has not had the opportunity to actually come sit down to tell his side of the story. Mr. Emmanuel Charles, Steve Bollie, Vice President, during the day of the election, outside in the parking lot while interviewing random people at Cape, he said that because of that, Nestle only take over $2,000 and Nestle shut the account down. So he's here now, he's going to clarify. But before we start with our money, when they talk about say $5,000 or $10,000, did you ever receive any money on behalf of the Liberian organization for COVID?
Thank you for that question. As you know, it's very important that our people have factual information before they make any comment. Within the Liberian Association, Lester, under my administration, was the first time anyone ever even giving Liberian Association any grant. Let anybody come and say they have received money from any outside entity into the Liberian Association. I was the first person to receive the amount of $5,000. Here's the check right here. This came through our LAA transition. All the documents I sent to them. That's where this check is coming from. So they can say they don't have it. This came from the Arizona Community Foundation. I wrote a letter during the COVID time seeking support for the Liberians in Arizona. Okay. There's several other nonprofit organizations.
And you received $5,000.
I received $5,000.
Thank you.
I received that $5,000. How much is $5,000? During that time, if you can remember, Stephen Tua
was he was
the first member of our community died from COVID.
Yes,
I gave his wife $1,000 from that money because he was instrumental in the Liberian Association. He served the Liberian community.
Yeah.
So I gave his wife $1,000. So all these documents. And that time, Esther Taki. You remember Esther Taki, the woman who got missing in our community.
Yeah, I remember.
She was also a breadwinner for her family. Her husband reached out to me. He needed to support the family. We went to Fry's. What's his name? Prince Maury.
Yeah.
And myself. We went to Fry's. We got document pictures and all the food we bought, and we took it to that family.
Thank you for you. Yeah. Okay.
I said thank you for you. The time I came here, my trouble. He said, come here and see how you can help you. Help you. So, for you. I said thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you.
Okay, thank you, everybody. I'll see you later, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
How much you spend?
The money is right here. Youth meeting.
No, you'll get it later. You'll send it to me a bit later.
Yeah,
I'll put it inside.
Yeah, I'll send everything to you. So Emily Ann, she was also part of the Liberian Association. At that time, they were doing the beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Where the Liberian girl won the beauty pageant in Arizona. Here's document here for Asia from GoFundMe Miss Africa Beauty Pageant. I sent her $600. So where is money coming from? Okay, to support the activities of our members. We have to do that because we have some money on here. And you look soccer through Abu. Abu wanted to buy certain things for the Liberian soccer team. They the soccer locker. We spent about $140 some more dollars.
Okay.
And here's the picture of the food that we bought for Esther Taki to take to her children.
After your phone call?
No, during the time she was missing.
Oh, okay. Your boy on behalf of her to take to her children.
Yeah, because she was the breadwinner.
You have the receipt for all that, right? So, Mr.
Listen, let me continue.
No,
you want to know how money is spent?
Okay, listen, Mr. Lester.
Website, $200.
Just listen.
All this money that are going out.
I want to say something.
So where is it coming from?
Don't show it to me. What I want you to do, just explain.
I need to, so you can hear my voice.
But Gabba, why you explaining it? Just send me the document. I will put it there for you.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. So that show me the document. I will not help you.
Yeah, because $800 go to the beauty pageant right here. These are documents that it's a good thing. Eddie Mame, our website. He actually did our website. Documents upon documents. There's even Amelia, what's her name? That passed away in our community.
Yes.
We also contributed to that. So the money we had left, all the money that was being spent.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that of the 5,000 I received, Liberian don't pay no dues.
Okay.
Right. So the 5,000 of the remainder of the 5,000 I left, I say let's have, it was in February. Let's have some kind of a Valentine ball so we can recoup to build our account up. When we pay money, even if you can look at the receipt for the ball.
You must send me all the documentation.
Everything is here. Even the financial report. I'll see everything.
Thank you.
When we established that we bought food, drinks, spent a whole lot of money on the hall. About I think $1,300 we paid on the hall. Right?
Yeah.
These people came over there without us even starting the party. We got to sell drinks and have a good time. They bust out fighting and destroy the whole place. Everybody left.
So what are they with the drinks?
We lost the drinks, or we give it out to people on the when they're having other event. We give it out to other Liberians that were having other event. Some of the drink went even bad that we kept them for a very long time.
Okay, we got our explanation. So what I want you to do now?
You understand?
So my people.
So for them coming out and say somebody stole 5,000, I have documentation that I received the 5,000. We have documentation that we spent the 5,000 on members of the community. We went to Tucson. We did even a drive over there. We carried during the COVID time. We drove over there. We carried toilet tissue, soap, all kind of things for members of the community over there. They can testify to it. Even here in Arizona, we did things like that. Operating on a minimum of $5,000. So let these guys come and show where the money went and what they're talking. They like to tarnish people's reputation because they just don't know what else to say.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, I like the way you did the briefing. Now, my people, I think you heard the former president. They think I've been leaning over the man for a long time. So that what I brought here, so you can clarify and not give it. He's going to send all the documents to me as you heard him. If you not see the document in the video here, like they say, me, I ain't get it from him. So I'm going to make it clear here because for me, I love my character. So when it comes to people's character, I don't play with it. Send it to me on WhatsApp where will be clear documentation.
Right, so you don't even have to.
So Ms. Lasana, I come back to you now. Your administration accused this man of the $5,000 here. Did you ever receive, because your secretary, you can tell me you don't know nothing, but do you ever receive any documentation for the man, or is this your first time hearing about these documentations?
So I do want to clarify my position again. I was assistant secretary. Did I hear any communication that he sent documents over to Steve Bollie and his administration?
Do you administration? But listen to me now. The reason why I keep asking you every time he says something, right?
Yeah.
Because whether you're assistant or not, you guys can have leadership meeting.
Yeah,
because they have leadership meeting.
Definitely.
Something must have to be mentioned.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you now, during your time while you were assistant, even though you're assistant, but you're still part of that.
To you.
Thank you. You are still part of that, right?
Yes.
My question to you, what he dare explain here, during your time in office, in any of your leadership meeting or anything, because now people, you're very personal, so now you have a meeting with your leaders before you go meet the body. Did you ever hear anything about this documentation that was sent to them? Did you ever hear anything about the 5,000 here?
No.
So it was never mentioned in any of your meeting?
No. I don't want to say it was never mentioned in the meeting.
While you were there?
It was never mentioned in the meetings while I was there.
Thank you. So, Mr. Bishop, go to the next thing. While you're close there. No, you said one more thing before you go to the car. You said you pay money for the website. Where is the website? What happened to the website that Steve Bollietv then had to come and establish another website because the website that we're using, the website that we're using, the Harry.
Well, that's that. These guys just like to make up stories.
Yeah, but you say you pay for website.
Of course, we pay for website.
So what happened?
You know all the information. If you go on there, you can log onto it. All the information, even the outgoing board chair, Mr. Eric T. Him and Seth met at McDonald's. Well, I think with Prince Maury. All the information concerning website and all the documents I discussed with you were turned over to them.
So you turned over to everything?
Everything was turned over to.
Can you send me that website documentation too, please?
I'll go in and send you the website documentation. We go onto the website. It was through what's it called? This platform that hosts the website.
Okay, is it open?
But it's closed because
Links?
you have to pay the service.
Okay.
But it's still.
What's about the chat room? Do you guys have any kind of a Liberian Association chat room?
We didn't have chat room, but what we created was a text message platform that
on the regular text.
No, you know when you type a message and you send that message, go to all members in your community.
Yeah, but it comes as a text message.
It comes as a text message.
Oh, the one. Okay.
Even the Mandingo Association, they won't recommend. They say that's how we're communicating. We spend money on that.
Okay.
That's how we were communicating.
To text people again, you got to spend money on that. You can,
No. It's a platform that you use. People use that. It doesn't come with a specific. It comes like you see when you receive number, it just have like 4-digit number.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of service that you can send messages out. But usually people don't have the ability to reply to it. People only receive message from it.
Got you.
And then you can say yes or no to decline.
Okay. So you will send me the documentation for the website. All right. And you say you turn all those documents to the board chair at that time. And the same board chair that were in Harry administration.
The person who received all the documents was on the board of director Eric. Mr. Eric T received those documents from me.
That's what I say. Mr. Eric T was the board for Steve Bollietv. When you're telling all the Steve Bollietv, and then he was the board.
Well, he continued.
Yeah, but he got elected twice because he came up with it.
Of course.
So, he was there too. You see the
McDonald's right on.
You see the kind of so basically you see the kind of ineptitude I've been talking about. So we had a website and then he allowed Steve there. So ping it. Do you guys?
Let me say something. When they came in, they said we didn't have any logo. Especially Mr. Emmanuel, I think on your show, the minute they didn't have any logo, we create our own logo. All the things that we're doing, we're communicating on a logo. The Liberian Association Facebook page. There was a logo that was on there. They came and changed.
Where's the Facebook page? Oh, they changed it?
They changed it. And I think they opened a whole new Facebook page. You know,
did you guys create a website?
Yes.
Then why Hurricane created a new one? You all had a website. Did the board chair? Not even the board chair, the board.
Well, you know what? I take that answer back. I don't know if we had it at that time, just because I came in the last year, Steve's second year of running.
So the last year, what you actually did, you do nothing. You're not privileged to any information.
I was privileged to a lot of information, but
like what? Because we talk about the main financial report where they say e-money. You say you know about it, you know whether you know her, but maybe you're not there. Then we're talking about website, you're not too sure.
Yeah, because I feel like those questions should be directed to Steve.
You were the Assistant Secretary General.
I was Assistant Secretary General. So what I was writing, what I was typing, what I was emailing to the board, to other people, that's what I can attest to.
That's some of your job. Don't you inform the public?
I can attest to what Lester and Steve Bollietv administration had going on. I don't know nothing about $5,000, $10,000. I heard about it. Okay. I heard about it, but it wasn't from Steve administration. It was from outside source.
There go to the LAA logo that we use. You can go back to one of the recordings. The brother online saying we never had any logo. We had a banner with all the logo.
So you had the let me see. So my boy look at the LAA logo. We get a picture on it.
No, don't get a picture. Oh, come on, man. Don't get a picture there.
I mean,
so but this is the
but hear it. Lester said he turned everything over to Eric T.
This is what I'm coming to.
The Eric T turned over
anything to you guys.
So in my administration, when I was there, not my administration, but Steve's administration, when I was there, I noticed that it was very hard to get things done because of the board.
Thank you. Now,
Vane, Eric T, all those people, it was very, very hard. I seen it for my own self. Steve did not tell me. Emmanuel did not tell me. But I seen it with my own self. To get things done, we had to go through the board, and the board, it was just so hard. So it could have been possible that Eric Tay, or let's just say the board, because again, we don't want to single out the board. It could be possible that the board secretary, even at that time, did not turn over anything to Steve.
Who was the board secretary?
We had to start all over again.
So let's go down to, let's continue this question. Now, why the account was closed?
Well, when we opened the bank account, according to the Liberian Association Constitution, the previous one that we used, let me just show you another logo.
No, let's forget about the logo.
Because people be making statements, they just be making false statements.
Why did you close the account? Yeah.
So when we get to the bank, our financial secretary at the time, she moved out of state. She didn't have the proper documentation to open the bank account, because the bank account is supposed to be associated with the financial secretary. And Mr. John Bernard was there with myself. So they decided that I should use my personal social security number to just open the bank account so we can transition, because we're going to go to the inauguration and all of that from having 12. So we say we're going to transition after she get all her documents. But the bank did not allow her to open the bank account. So I supplied my social security number to the bank, and the bank was able to open the Liberian Association account.
Okay.
Right. So when I was leaving office, that account was under my social security number. I couldn't have kept it there. I have to close that off so they can go ahead with the association affairs. Because it wouldn't be fair for me for the bank account to be associated with me, and I'm not currently the president and leadership of the association.
Okay, so I got a question, because I've been in banking for a long time. Now, it was an association account, right? It was an organization account. It will have sometimes your social security attached to it.
Yeah.
But when you leave in office, their documentation, whoever is taking over, they can switch your social security number from there and add that person's social there. So it was not necessary to have closed that account, because it's an association. Now, if it was like a personal account,
that was the advice that came from the banker at the time.
So the banker, the one who advised you that because you are switching association, you must close the account.
They didn't say you must. They advised us that we must. They advised us that we should close the account. I mean, all the people that were Steve Bollie was at the bank. Everybody was at the bank.
So Steve was there when they told you got to close the account.
We were sitting with the bankers, and we had a discussion. And it wasn't a secret. Everything was known.
So are you saying in front of Steve and the other people out there,
aware,
they were advised that the account must be closed?
They were all aware.
Okay, so I just want to do the clarification. So now that we got that part, that's fine.
Yeah, when the bank account was closed, when you close bank account, they give you the audit trail of the entire bank account. So you don't take document and hide it, right? You have the entire audit trail. So they printed out everything and turn it over to the incoming administration. So they have full documentation.
Okay,
so the day the bank account was transitioned.
Okay, thank you very much for that clarification. And we'll look forward to the documents that you say you send me, so that we can make sure that we put it in here. Because remember, this is very important. Because you hear my witness, they've been hanging over here for a long time now. So you hear now. So you won't send me the documentation, because Jai is speaking, but Jai will put it off for the people to be looking at it.
You need documentation for the website. We did a
no, you can even screenshot what the website was. I can do my own. If you tell me what the website was, you can even go to the medium, because if the medium, even though you can't log into it, but if you can screenshot the medium of what the website was.
Everything.
Yeah, then we can do that part. All right. So now this brings me to my next thing. How transparent also was your leadership regarding community finances? And can you confidently say every dollar was properly accounted for? Both for your question to you. Because the fact that look at what we're going through now. I know Pinky said that when I asked the question about the community center, she said, look at what happened to Harry, the community center now, where we're coming to open it. No, Harry had finances. Me bringing the church here was because, number one, he said community members are not paying due. So Bollietv again came to what? Redeem the community. So that's okay, then I can find a church to come here to be paying our bills for us. That's how the church ended here. So when the church came here, he started doing this crocodile thing.
What finance did Harry have?
So now I'm coming to.
What money did he have?
So guess what now? The center here was we had to pay for it.
No, I agreed that part. But you said in the beginning, you said Harry had money.
No. That's not what I said.
Okay.
I said where Harry money had. The money that Harry had, that was the money we all turned over plus the voting fee and everything, that what he used to put the down payment
And
down.
your Steve administration, that's what he means.
Yeah, that what he used to put down for the place, right?
Yes.
And then besides that, from the beginning, because Harriet leadership was just messed up. Can you imagine the man I used my good to money by easy. So guess what? He started crying on my knee. He said, people,
on your knee?
he said, people, you got to help me because number one, the people not paying due anymore. So I said, but and every day people were dying here to say you take money. So get listen now. So I said, okay, my wife goes to a church. I will see if we can talk to the church to come rent that place for you. How much you paying? He said, the answer, you're paying 7 something. So the church came here, and I talked to the man here. They started paying us $600. So that only $100 left. So the low money that you're calling a bereavement, you could have just added because now almost 99% of the bill right there. So that's why I brought the church in. I didn't bring the church in. I brought the church in for the community to have a place called Resource Center. So once again, Bollie saved the community again.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when the people were here now, he started a Kroger thing. He started sub-leasing the place. He tell the people, he started, all the people are coming having meeting here. He started collecting the meeting. He started collecting money from them. So the people are paying, you put the money in your pocket, you will not pay the rent. So even here, the guy will pay, he will not pay the rent. They were almost evicting the maintenance, they may have to already take it from there. So guess what? He didn't pay until we got evicted. We got evicted. The last interview I did, the community review that I was doing the election thing, you saw his deputy financial director, he sat right here in the same place with me. I asked him how getting the car. He said $925. So it was $950 because you know what happened? The fraudulent election they're coming for. We add the presidential fee and the vice president fee that were achieved, and I think Aaron got paid that money. So which means nothing was in the account. TT bereavement, the people that were talking about your having, you got to rethink about the voting. TT bereavement, the people came and sat down here and signed a bereavement policy. They agreed to pink you. That meeting I was dancing here. That anybody that in the community, no matter how much you collect for that person bereavement, you will only get the family $1,000. You see our community, you see our England, they agree. Then when they started to implement the law, then they start getting fair. I said, no, I can't be on your side. But that's me. Once the community accepts something, that's why it's very important in the community. I can say, you come to meeting, because when people say that, and when you come to meeting, be very careful what you agree to.
Yes.
They came to the meeting, they agree. A lot of people died prior to my sister dying. They apply that same policy. But then when it came to my sister dying, all of them versed. But there was still money there. Money was still there. Money was still coming in. So all you had to do was get $100, maybe $200, electricity bill, everything. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that he did not get help. He was just an incompetent leader.
I mean, he got help from Miriam, right?
For a personal use. One thing y'all keep talking about Miriam.
I know.
Let me say something real quick here. I will tell you that. What most of y'all don't know, Miriam saved the organization a lot. First, before everything they could turn that money over to Harriet, you don't know who is really holding for who have you yet? Your Valentine Day bought it. So now when you're talking about the guy, I can say, you don't understand. That girl used to advise that man.
So are you withholding certain information from us here?
No, I have not withheld any information.
When it comes to Marion, there are a lot of things circulating that you're not mentioning.
No, but
she saved the organization.
No, but listen to me. The reason why you're thinking I'm withholding organization, you just showed me that you don't follow Bollietv YouTube page. Think you can go there. I always put it in there. Everything I'm telling you, I put it in there. Even for the financial report that Steve Bollietv turned off, and you go back to my YouTube page, she will tell you it's there.
I mean, he did get help from Miriam. I will not lie.
Yeah, it's there.
Miriam,
and that's not my first time mentioning it.
She paid a lot of money, and then to the end of the day, when she
they turned against her. Let me tell you what Miriam trouble started.
Their money situation.
When Eric was investigating Harry, I think I'm talking one of my podcasts. Miriam was instrumental in helping to find everything. The man had pin number on our cash. I think how you withdraw money from us only. Miriam soon they found. I think everything only wanted to see whether Miriam knew about what you did, because Harry admitted to me that before everything turned the money over to me, everything is on the money. And I told everything. Every podcast I kind of get it up and I can say it. I say, you can't lie to me.
And I was the one, I was there with Steve Bollie and Eric Tape because they came to my house to pick everything up. We had a laptop, because I was the assistant secretary, I had the laptop, the money orders, and all the money, the cash app, everything was turned over.
They did not add up. I pulled up. You see,
we have to get out of the
what did not add up?
People.
No, but listen to me. But listen to me. When I say the cash out and everything, I have all the documentations. But you see, Nessa, that's why you see what made me reluctant.
That's what is not functional.
Let me tell you,
they made the money without documentation.
Exactly, because he came to my TV. He said they made the money. What made me to be mad at everything today? What I say, I believe what Harry said. Because why would somebody accuse you of eating money and then you're trying to defend the man? When Marion, this is where I started following all everything. The VP was the first to write a written communication to the board about the president's behavior. They called the president for due process. I put all our documentation in my YouTube. The day you get in, you go see that you're following my YouTube. You will see a lot of documentation in there. This is why you see me very reluctant by the community. That's why I'm telling you, they're writing. They don't read, they don't pay, they don't want you to get that. She wrote the people, the board investigated. I got all the testimony investigated. They found him guilty.
Harry.
Yes, they found him guilty. They failed to take, they didn't take no action against the man. Then last minute time, because they want to do fraudulent election, they guys say, oh, they were complaining from several people in the community about Marion, so she suspended. So they were asking, did you get a due process? That's why you see most of the more poor members then fell off with everything because only two of them. He, the other guy called Fred Cruton. They're not the rest of the board because they say you're unilaterally taking decision. So I said, but now, even in minor charge, he didn't give them a due process. They both suspended community member. So the reason why I see that, maybe you hear that, I said, maybe you're not following my YouTube page.
Yeah, I will start following. But
go there. Just go all the way back from the debate. You will see I told the community how much in the account. I had access to the bank account. How much in the account before they even turn it over to him. I told the community what happened to the remaining local after the boy or who he sold it to and all. I put all there for them. You think I can say that because my family community because number one, let me tell you how people on this side, you think you go right, they're not going to read nothing. Don't waste your time. All that thing they can be put inside for the parliament really, but you and Pinky were doing video.
That's what I told the interim
so that's what I said. So let's continue and make sure you get out of there. So I asked you a question. So I said, how transparent were your leadership regarding community finances, and how can you community say dollar was properly accounted for? Both for your question for you, because you can tell me you're the assistant, she know nothing about anything.
Well, I operated on a constitution. Liberian Association had a constitution. Well, every meeting, in-person meeting on Saturday was supposed to be some financial report, and we did that.
Every Saturday.
Yeah, we did that. Even with the financial secretary wasn't present, we would delegate someone to make a financial report. But honestly speaking, as you know, folks don't really pay dues in the Liberian Association. So minimum money to be reported on. Sometimes there's nothing to be reported on because nothing has changed since the last 2-3 meetings. You understand? But when it comes to, like, let's say if we had some kind of a holiday event, July 26th, we come together and we make a financial report that includes how much we pay for the hall, how many people attended the event, how much we spend on food, or if we had to pay some performer to come from out of state. All those things are disclosed and we discuss that.
Thank you. Let me the answer the short before coming to the end of the program now. Pinge,
yes.
The same question for you with them. We'll come to the last question on the particular topic before we get close to this Sunday, so I can get your part statement.
Mr. Bollietv, please repeat that question. Let me understand.
I said, how transparent was the leadership regarding community finances, and can you confidently say every dollar was properly accounted for before you left office?
And this is Steve Bollietv.
That your time. Who else I will ask you about?
Because I thought you were talking about the interim.
No,
we didn't collect money, but I thought you
No. Listen, if you listen to the podcast from the beginning, yes. I said that we'll talk about current event, and then we'll come to the past event. Yes. I never had to your own Bollietv before. Okay. So long you're going to touch something with your administration. I don't want to let it go free.
So our administration, we're very, very transparent. I mean, Steve, I remember one time he printed out all the bank statements, and I think he printed out like probably 20 copies of a year or two bank statements and handed out to everybody that day. Everything was there. He was flipping through it. I was right in front of him. So I turned around, looked at him. He was flipping through it. So I know that my administration, Steve's administration where I was under, he was very transparent about it.
Thank you guys for that question. So let's keep it quick. The last question on the discussion, which is about leadership, is that this one is about the interim. I just want 1 more minute each for you to answer it. If the past leadership that you were part of, including Harry et al.
If I was part of it.
No, the past leadership that you're not part of, we're talking about Harry et al. Administration. If Harry et al. Administration had performed at the same pace as the interim body now, will you consider that acceptable leadership? Why or why not?
So if Harry
at the same pace, some will get the
at the same pace, I will count it as acceptable, to tell you the truth, because Harry, he moved so fast and he lost everything quickly like that. It was very embarrassing to watch, and thank God I was not part of it, because I was reached out to be part of his administration, but I said no. And I'm happy I made that decision to this very day, because the way that he moved, the whole administration, the way that they moved, the whole board even, supporting his, because when Steve was in his power, in his administration, and we tried to take one step, we had to go through so many, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? To get even a step forward. But Harry, once he got into power, that man just flew and then he dropped down. So if he had gone with us, the same pace that we're going, he probably would have lasted longer. He wouldn't have to resign. Even at his term ending, he would not have to resign. He would not have to resign even though his term ended. He would have done it. Because he flew so fast and then he fell down. He said, okay, let me take a step back now. That was, so if he had moved the way we are moving now, he would have been there still to this day. Maybe they would have even elected him again, because at least he got a community center.
But there's my thing though. How you resign, your job fire you, then you say I resign.
Sometimes when you resign, like in real job, if somebody coming to fire you and you resign, even better, because now you go to your next job, that they will say,
no, but why
I didn't fire you.
No, but people want to say, right?
Maybe that's why you were thinking, maybe because he ran for EULA, he ran for all that stuff like that. So maybe, so it doesn't look bad on my record. So it doesn't look like nobody fired me. Let me resign so I can go apply for something else too.
Okay, so listen. The reason why I say, right, Harry then they took hold of office.
Yes.
On January 20th.
Yes.
When you take hold of office, we all in the analysis here that from that day you start your work. Your term over. The guy elected on January 20th. He took hold of office on January 20th. His term was over January 20th, 2024. According to what he wrote, the boy can get loud, he can forget it. Everybody's stupid in the community. He said because he took office on the 30th of January, that's why he resigned on the 30th of January.
No need to resign.
So let me get on the 30th of January, you go to your phone and you're in believing you'll check it. It was actually on a Tuesday. What they would do, you're on the part of the election commission. Did we ever have anything to elect anything or any election on January 30th, 2024? Let me be honest here.
I think that was Saturday, right?
We don't have it.
Listen now, the election that you all have, that you were part of, right? That you right in the election commission, part of the commission. Yes. It was on January 20th, which was on Saturday. January 30th, 2024 was on Tuesday. Where did we do that Tuesday?
I was sleeping.
So that's why I saw that's all picking that girl also gay.
Repeat the question.
So my question was, if Harry leadership were moving at the same pace the interim body is moving at today, will you consider that acceptable leadership? Why or why not?
I'll say yes, because when we're dealing with community, it's not an expedient thing. We have to just move forward to accomplish a task, and then the community is fractured. People are not attending. People don't have confidence in the association no more. So we have to be very careful. I think sometimes we misconstrue what's the meaning of a community association. A community association is bringing people together. People need to associate with each other, communicate, help each other out in aspect when other people need it. So if we are not associating, but we're saying we have a board of directors, we have executive, it defeats the purpose of having a community organization. We need to be in an association where we have common goals, we're fellowshipping with our members, meeting in person, understanding the successes and troubles of other people. This is the definition of having a community organization. Not just saying, oh, we're able to elect a board, but that board is a lame dog board that nobody even paying attention to them, but we clean. So we are moving at a pace where we're going to be able to bring people together, let people gain confidence in the association again, to know that the community organization is working on behalf of them. So yeah, to that point, we are doing what we need to do. We just had a meeting recently that was postponed. You understand? So the meeting was postponed. We are going to make sure that we reschedule the meeting, and we're going to try to bring everybody on it. Mr. Bollie, we have to bring people on the table to be able to gain confidence in the Liberian Association again. Given that Liberian Association is inactive, people are losing confidence. We have to make sure we file an annual report, and we have to identify who have to do that, because we don't even have a leadership that is listed with the Arizona Corporation Commission that can do so. So how do we come up with a strategy where we can put people in place to accomplish this for us? So I think we're doing great.
Thank you. So, my people, we are coming to the end of this program, so I'm going to give each of them 1 minute each, because I know and the time will be already yet. And you and Nestor and Pinky, they won't kick me out of here. Yeah. So we'll get them 1 minute each. When I say 1 minute, because I say anything I used to say, we'll go back to questioning.
Oh, no.
So 1 minute each. So we'll get a closing statement, and then we'll talk. So in that 1 minute, while in that 1 minute, please also let the community know the way forward in your 1 minute of closing statement, so we can get out of here, because I can't keep you here too long. We can go 3 more hours. Are you ready for that one? All right. So the lady, we'll always start with the lady first, Mama.
Okay. Thank you.
1 minute, no interruption for me.
Okay, so I think for me, I want to say the thing about men, they will have power with each other. They will have argument with each other, and then when they go and have party, they see each other, they will shake each other's hand and laugh with them, eat pepper soup with them on the same table and stuff. I'm not that type of person. If I have a problem with you, I have a problem with you until that problem is resolved. That's how I'm looking. I can't see, I don't hate Erite. I don't hate the board. I don't hate Harry. I don't hate Miriam. I don't hate none of them. But me being brought on to the LAA and seeing how people that I know that I've seen out and about mistreating this community is very, very, it can make the young people not even want to come. It can make the young people not even want to contribute. It can make the younger generation not even want to associate with older generations that are very crooked. Let me just say it like that.
Or supporting crooked people.
Or supporting crooked people. You know, no, not my dad. My dad, he's not crooked and he's not supporting it. I know what my dad is doing, and I'm very in support of it. Oh my God. So it just harms everybody, not just the older generation. It doesn't just harm the younger generation. It harms every one of us. So going forward, what the interim body is standing for is we're pushing very, very hard this petition. I know I've talked to some people say, oh, give me 1 more minute. Sorry. Some people say, no, we don't want to sign petition. Why do we have to sign petition? You have to sign petition because no matter how far we're going, because we are going far, this is going to turn into a legal matter. Because if Eric Tay and the board wanted to do the right thing and let go of the board and turn over, why would you want to be in a position where nobody wants you to be in position anymore? There's a reason why. And because of that reason, we know as the interim body that this is going to go into a legal matter. And I don't want anybody to think that, oh, we're just going to let things slide. We're just going to let things go. We're not going to let things go. I myself will not let things go. So please, 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 trust us, trust the interim body again. I know the momentum went down, but let it go back up again, because we the interim body are very, very serious.
Thank
we give
you.
you a background, but we're very, very serious. Please sign the petition and let's move forward.
Mr. Nessa, please try to make it 1 minute.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you, Mr. Bollie, for hosting us today. If you have watched this program up to this time, I want to say thank you as well. And what I would say to the Liberian community in general, our Liberian Association is fractured. It is actually non-existent when it comes to the state. So it is upon every one of us, not a single person or a single group or a single sect, to make it right. Every one of us needs to be participant in bringing our community back. So please, like my counterpart here said, we have a petition. The board term have expired. It is upon the community to continue with this board or to elect a new board. But we can only do that if we participate in the process, either doing it online, as Mr. Bollie stated, or doing it in person. But you have to make yourself available if you want to see the Liberian Association move forward. So this is why we are here today, to appeal to you guys to please be responsive to the call of the interim body. So when we call a meeting, don't say, oh, they're going to handle it. If we don't handle it, the association will die down. Every one of us will be affected. It wouldn't just affect us, So when it comes to the board have sat down and allowed the Liberian Association status to expire. If you have done that, why would you want to continue? You had 2 years, 3 years to fix something. You didn't fix it, but you still want to continue. So you're really treating the people that you are leading as if they don't have the brain to think for themselves. So we are saying that we don't want these people, the outgoing board, to continue to lead the community. We want to put in new leadership. So, I can say things about the elders and all the pastors and stuff, but I'm not going to say that. I expect them to do the right thing. You have heard everything I said here. You're under the microscope. People are watching your character. And if you want to be a good person, you have to do the right thing. So thank you again, and thank you for the time. I appreciate it.
And thank you guys both. I really appreciate it that you guys show up here today. Thank you so much for coming to defend your power on the podcast. Nesta, thank you too for coming. I really appreciate it. To my community, the community in review, this is why I came up with this thing. Every month, if I'm not here by myself, I will bring guests. And I'm glad that today we have the interim leadership here. Everything you've been saying, they say, some boy call me, oh, Bollie, what going on? They came right here, they told you people. You all need to vote. Your voice can be your vote. The only thing you have to call your phone name, they write it down. So they want no excuse now. You all can vote, you all vote and put people in place. No. To our BB brotherly community and our pastor, you're making us shame. For real. Then you all can be telling me, oh, Bollie, can help more TV. No, if I have no reason to come here to attack anybody if you're doing the right thing. People hold you accountable. We look up to you, even though you're really doing nothing great in the community for all. You're beefing, you're doing all that thing there. But you're pleased, man. It's getting shameful now. So the community review is your trusted source for the stories, issue, achievement, and conversations shaping our community. Today, I was glad to have the interim team here. Once again, my name is James Bollie, and thanks for watching Bollietv. See you at another show.